Oh. Woo. Sekiro. Very sick. Oh no, my model. There we go. Oh. God, why am I still so tired? Every time I forget to change the stupid information. Let's go! Let's go. Oh god, I'm dying. No one's watching. I'll just grind and talk to myself. What could I complain about today? What could I shit talk about work today? It was a good day at work. Oh! It was a good day at work, I would say. Woo! Alright, let's see. Last time I beat Gyobu. This time I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh. Yeah. More selling, always good. I need to get water from my sink. I'll be right back. God. I think you can hear it too. Dude, I bet I can get some monkeys tonight. I can get some monkeys tonight. Alright. Monkeys tonight. We're bust. We're selling everything. Everything's gotta go. It's gotta go. Not everything, but almost everything's gotta go. It's gotta go, bro. I guess I could buy coin purses until I can get that gourd seed. There's a free prayer bead in this building too. Let's go. Killing rats. Let's go. Alright. So you run up here. Grappling point that I made. Damn it, every time. I think you can grab, yeah. It's a pretty good day. It's cool outside. I'm not sweating my ass off. I'm having a good time. So now we have enough prayer beats to level up. I think I just missed an item. And we gotta kill some rats. Gotta put them down in the dirt where they belong. Oh, another coin purse. What does that put us at? 3, and I can buy another one soon, and then we'll still be like 600 off of buying that gourd seed. But we're gonna do it anyways. Prayer bead. Hold on. Let's see. Enhance physical attributes. I think we consumed the memory last time. Yeah, we did. Sick. Oh, why is my game slowing down? 14. We're almost there. Problem is killing these rats. And I had to set up this laptop at the same time. I'll listen to them while I set up this laptop. Let's hope that it recognizes this USB. If it doesn't, I'm gonna scream. I don't want to open this up again. I really don't. Oh God. Please. Oh. Oh God. Why? God, please. Name of the game is so. Oh. All right, hold on. So I got this laptop in front of me, and the boot failed. So I gotta figure this out because I have to have it boot from the flash drive so I can install Windows. And I think it should just work. It should just work. It should just work. Please just work. I really don't want to have to insert the other drive. I probably should have cloned it, but I don't have the ability to do that right now. So we're just gonna turn that off. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out in a little bit. All right. I bet I can get this guy, and then the other guy's gonna be a pain. And he's seeing me. Okay, he saw me. Well, that'll get sorted out later. God. Um, let's see. Anything interesting happened today? I had to go to work really early. That kind of sucked. But other than that, I don't think anything interesting happened today. I'll have to think about it. Oops. Okay. Oh, sick. We got the save. It's okay. But I think the guy's reset now. We could probably run up and kill his friend. Oh, you know what? We might be able to kill both of them fast enough. I wasn't fast enough. Maybe I can actually kill this guy. I don't know. He's kind of a pain, actually. Why? If you regard, it builds your stamina back up. You're supposed to use the axe to break these shields, and I think you can instantly kill them after that. But that's in the memory, and we haven't gone there. Oh. Let's see. Oh, all right. It's over for me. God, I get filtered by these guys so hard, actually. Even in regular playthroughs, if I don't have the axe, they just actually filter me. And I don't think that breaks their stamina down at all. Oh! We're just gonna have to do this firecracker spam. That's it. That's the solution. God, this is so cheesy. Actually, I feel so bad. Okay, cool. We got him. Thank Jesus Christ. Imagine getting filtered by basic enemies. I can't do this. I still have to figure out this laptop too. Damn. It really is gonna be like that. Oh, but on the bright side, I have enough money to buy 2 coin purses now. And that'll put me at, what, 6? So I'll need 400 more after that. And we'll be good. Hopefully. Let's see. While he's talking, I'm gonna try to figure out this again. He says like 3 lines. I have no time. Okay. Did I put the right flash drive in? Maybe I panicked and I put the wrong. Nope, this is the right one. How did I do that? This is the Windows boot drive that I have. You know, maybe it's just not inserted all the way, or this USB actually sucks. I could be either. This doesn't want to go in. What the fudge? I'm an IT professional, by the way. I know what I'm doing. Okay, we got the cool text. That one's actually really useful. It's checking boot media. It's not going to happen. I'm going to scream. I might actually have to put the drive back in and just stick with 26 gigs. Insert recovery media and hit any key, then select boot manager. Choose a new device or boot recovery menu. Okay. No, okay. Alright. I'm gonna have to open this bad boy up again tonight and put the old drive. That's gonna kill my soul. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Oh God. Okay, so she's done with the dialogue. We got more stuff to do. I think usually I would go to the memory, so I might do that. I might go to the memory next. Just because that's usually what I do. Or I could go clear all those enemies and get all the money from that area, because I usually actually we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the money, because there's a whole bunch of coin purses like around these enemies over here. So I really want that gourd seed, because more Estus means I don't die as much. Hopefully, heals equals skill. By the way. All right, let's show them what's up. Oh yeah, we also get more money and stuff from having the bell demon on, I think. We're gonna kill this guy real quick. Hope that guy doesn't see us up there. He totally sees us. He doesn't see us. We are the true shinobi of legend. And then we get this guy, and then there's a guy over there that's mad. We'll figure it out. Oh God. And the laptop doesn't want to boot. I want to die. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? Alright, that guy's getting too close while I'm turning off his laptop. I don't like that. God, this sucks. Okay. Oh, we still got it. Wait, is this a spear guy? I'm gonna get tilted right here. Come on, do the move. Do the move. Sick. the Mikiri counter the most broken thing in this game, actually. If you don't have it, you're actually just gonna lose. There's no way. Okay. I think there's another big guy around here, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. If you just keep moving, they can't hit you. That's the way it works, right? Let's see. Money, yes. Actually, I think I can totally afford the gourd seed now. And then we'll go to the memory, get filtered in the memory, and then go to the bull, get filtered by the bull. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, I guess I also got the skill point. That's good. God, I really want to fix this laptop. Let's sell items. We'll sell that and 4 of these. And then we'll buy the gourd seed. And then we'll go get our 2 extra heals. I think we have 2 heals now. I don't remember. It could just be 1. I think it's just 1 extra heal. I don't remember. And then we'll go do the memory while we're there. Because I hate the bullfight. It's actually awful. God, this laptop's gonna kill me on the inside. Is it not accepting it? Because it has to be. Like, I don't get it. It's because the drive isn't initiated technically. Oh. I'm gonna give her the gourd seed. We're gonna get another one. Okay, apparently we only had 1. That's awful. And we're gonna go get filtered by Lady Butterfly. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's always fine, right? Right? Haha. And then we'll get our skill. I don't know what skill we're gonna get yet. I don't think we have anything for the ones that I really want. So we need to get the 2 spirit charms for the next one. And we don't even have enough for the other thing. So it looks like we're gonna do our best to go get more skill points and not die. This part's very tough as well. But there are 3 prosthetic tools around here. There is the axe, the flamethrower, and okay. Damn it. There's the axe, the flamethrower, and the quills, the shadow quills. I think we can probably get all those, like, if we just speedrun them, because the shadow quills are guarded by like a really tough enemy, and he just destroys me every time. Because I'm very impatient at these games, which is like bad, because this is especially like another game of patience. We're gonna go kill the. There's like koi fish that you can kill, like that, and they'll give you a scale. And these scales can be traded to like creepy pot men. So there's a scale. I think there's another. I think there's another fish, and he's kind of harder to get, but I think he respawns. And they also the pot salesman is over here as well. Yeah, there he is. Although I think he's underwater. Nope. Okay, sick. I think there's another one underwater. So we'll see. We'll see. There's also like piranha type fish that will like bait you. Because you're like, oh, it's another carp, and it's not. It's a piranha that just like tries to kill you. So, I think this is the one that's like deep underwater that you can't get. Yeah, you can't get him yet because you get an ability to swim underwater later, but that's a little later. There's it's kind of a way in this game where like you have to come back to areas to get new stuff. Cause, oops, just because you get like upgrades and it makes. I think the only upgrade actually is that. Or no, there's like a weird ability upgrade later that like makes a shadow puppet thing, and that's kind of important. Let's see. This is a like anti flame thing. It'll help you. Um, it'll help by making sure like your flame um status doesn't go up. It reduces it and also raises your flame resistance. So it's a really good item. Yo, imagine pairing a dog. Oh, well, you do the best you can with what you have. Um, there's like a Buddha statue right up here to the side, so you can get like your checkpoint. But I kind of want to kill the guys that are over here. We'll do more ninja stuff to get rid of them. Oh god, dogs. Okay. It ended up okay. That was scary. Oil. That's used I think that's used to upgrade fire stuff, or you can throw it on stuff to make it more susceptible to fire. I don't remember. You can't block that because you still take like fire damage. So it's kind of rough with these guys. But thankfully they have like vitality or whatever it's called, posture. So it's not too bad. Although when they gang up on you, it gets really bad really fast. Not today. Maybe next time he'll destroy me. Maybe next time. I'm just gonna bait him over here because I don't want to fight 30 guys at once. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can just avoid this entirely and stealth kill the other guys at the other end. Now he's distracted. We're gonna do that. Okay, let's see. Oh. um. Oh, that was an archer, so that wouldn't have been too bad to fight him because archers are very weak. Most ranged characters are very weak. Please don't see me. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, sick. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, I think he actually saw. God, that's a lot of. That is actually a lot of enemies. What the hell? Oh, it looks like some of them are up on the hill, so it's not as bad. But this is gonna turn real bad real fast. Oh, well, we're just gonna have to play the waiting game, I guess. But I do have 2 experience points, so we'll see how many we get by the time we get to the next statue, which I think is actually kind of far away now that I think about it. So that's gonna be fun in its own right. Yep, definitely hiding in that fence, buddy. Um, well, one's good. They don't have as much posture as I kind of remember them having, so that's good, I guess. Let's go. God. And then there's like people you can talk to here that'll give you items. They'll just give you items because you're cool and they're nice. Some of them tell you to fuck off though, because you weren't there to defend our lord. Where were you? What good are you if you can't defend our lord? Something like that. Um. Uh, oh, uh, always the dogs, isn't it? I think there's some more dogs here too, so that's gonna be rough. Yep, right there. Oh, thank you, tree. You've saved me. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any sword upgrades. It's just damage. Well, so far I haven't died, and we've been going for almost half an hour, so that's pretty good. I do have to say so myself. And there's the fire upgrade, baby. What the? Oh, okay. Well, he's throwing oil. That's scary. We'll check if there's any things to pick up while they're chasing me right over here. What? What? I didn't think he'd be that fast. So this is the axe guy. He doesn't seem too hard. Okay. I hate these like delayed attack enemies. They're always like the worst for me. Oh, okay. Not good. We'll have to kill that guy over there first, just to quickly try to dispatch some dogs. Oh, why, dog, why? Truly, the dogs are my greatest enemy. It's always dogs in video games, isn't it? The worst enemies. Okay, well, if I get lit on fire, I might just explode and die. But we'll take it. Oh god, there's more than I remember. Oh! That's the nice thing about the kill animations is that they kind of give you like iframes. So you can, if you want to play it scary, you can kind of gamble. Oh god, I suck at perfect pairing. How am I gonna handle? There's like enemies that, or bosses that are basically you have to perfect parry them to beat them. There's other ways of doing it, but like if you don't perfect parry them, you are just screwed. And one of them is like my favorite. You guess you don't have to technically perfect parry him, but if you don't, it's like super rough to deal with him. Uh, let's think. What's next? There's like a couple enemies. There's a bonfire I'm gonna try to get to. This guy's dying. Oh god, there's these like drunkards is what they're called. There's three of them in the game, and one of them is coming up, and he's really tough. Like, I I I have like the worst time with him. Hey, Tamadu Kun, I have the worst time with him. It's awful, and I'm not excited to do it. I have to like always go around and clear every enemy, and then fight him one on one. I feel like the axe guy is the best to kill really fast because I have hard times with them. So, what? Oh yeah, Tomono-kun, nice job on the artwork. I saw that it got tweeted out that you had done it, and those troopers were super cute. I don't know if that was what you're talking about, like you had a surprise, but they were exceptional, like very nice. I thought they were very cute. Oh god, the roosters. Yeah, they were. Oh really? Well, if the little troopers or anything to go off of, I'm very excited for what's to come next. Really? Damn, dude, those are really nice for last minute. My hold on, my model's not synced very well again. That's just how it is sometimes, though. Guess I can try to fix that. And we'll do this section and then we'll try to fix it. But I think you did a really good job on them. They're really cute. I like them a lot. Oh god. Oh god, really? Man. Well, still really good. There's a couple times I think I've made mistakes, like not doing the resize trick or whatever. But you know, it is what it is, man. We roll with the punches. Does he know? Finally, pretty good. We're just I think I don't think I did anything really significant. I moved on to the memory. I bought another gourd seed. So nothing like super important's happened yet. I think the next mini boss is like the next interesting thing to happen. How's your day been so far? Good, I hope. uh, nice, nice. Sleep is nice. I think I was falling asleep at work. I had to get up. I think I talked about this yesterday. I had to get up like an hour early and go in, so it was like 4 in the morning. I had to wake up or something like that. Um, and like I think the first 2 hours of work I was just basically asleep. The first hour though, like there was no one there; it was just me alone, so it wasn't like too bad. Oh, I have no healing. Well, we can speedrun the next Buddha statue and hope. Yeah, that's some feels, bro. But it was okay. I have to go into work Saturday now. My boss was like, "Hey, you're this and that. Like, I'm coming up there like 20 minutes before you leave. We gotta talk about some stuff." And I was like, oh, "Okay." And now I'm gonna be going in Saturday, and he's supposed to be there, and that's gonna be weird. But I think we're working on this thing together. I don't know. It kind of made it seem like I'd be doing all of it on my own. But we're supposed to talk more about it tomorrow, so we'll see. Oh yeah, and I have to equip my whirlwind slash. See what new stuff we got. All right, so we got the axe. I thought I didn't get the axe. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry, 1 second. Rubbing my eyes. All right, all right. I think I can make it to the next bonfire. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. I think there's a branch that you can jump to over here, and then you can try to speed run to the next bonfire, but it's kind of rough. Actually, I might be able to get away with killing everyone on the way there. That guy know? He knows. Oh no, he knows. Oh god. Alright, and now I just have to hope that I don't fail my jumps, because if I fail my jumps, I'm dead. Dude, it's just like the wall climb in Metroid. It's so sick. I think there's enemies between me and the bonfire. No, okay, cool. It's just the bonfire. Let's go. Please, God. Yes, now we will acquire skills. Okay. We'll try to run back. Yeah, I don't like this area too much because it's like there's so much stuff after the bonfire. Um, that just gets in. God damn it! That just gets in your way. There's a ton of enemies. There's technically the mini boss. Um, but like I have a strategy to get past all that. It's just kind of like tedious. You have to go around clearing all the enemies and then fight the boss. So we'll see how it goes. And this one, I have issues with just because, like, resetting the enemies. Don't see me! Don't see me! Okay, sick. Don't look! Don't look, bro! It's just a prank. Don't look! God damn it! Okay. 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 Gotta multitask. What? Okay. All right, we got this. Ah! Sound is off? Oh, shoot. Um, 1 second. For the game? Oh, I think I know what might be happening. There. There we go. Oh. Or maybe not. That's. Hold on. Thank you for telling me. I didn't notice. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I might have to restart my stream. Maybe. Or. Yeah, 1 second. Um. Yeah, because there's no audio for the game, but. Yeah, this is. So maybe I can just stop this program and start it again. The one that handles my audio. Uh, let's see. Do you hear an echo of me? Oh, it might actually be playing an echo. Okay. Um, actually, it might just be as easy as restarting Sekiro. So I'll go back, or I'll try to beat this guy, and then I'll restart my audio. Because I think it's Sekiro that I have to restart if I remember from all times that this happened before. Okay, buddy. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know, though. Oh, God, I hate this mini boss so much. Okay. No heals. I got it. It's easy. Okay. This guy, me and him, easy. Baby mode. I can take him. Okay. Okay. Please. Okay. Baby mode. Baby mode. Ah! Damn it. We gotta take the medicine balls. Gimme. Gimme. Oh. Yo, base Makiri counter Chads. Rise the fuck up. Easy. Baby mode. That's it. That's all there is to it. There's nothing. That's it. Jesus. That's the power of true friendship right there. Alright, we'll restart Sekiro and hope that that fixes the audio. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It should only take a second. All right. Let me put this over on the other screen. That way I can see that it is reading audio if it does. Restart Sekiro and hope I don't have to restart my computer. Please. Please just work. Please. Please. Game. Oh! I think it's working. It's reading, it says. I think it's working. Should be. Hold on, I got a text message. I gotta check it. You know, I gotta keep up with my peeps, my homie. Let's go. Let's go. All right, baby. Now for the guy who actually filters me. I think it's like Lone Swordsman or something. Hold on. I had a stream I was watching on my phone. I want to make sure I'm still watching it and paying attention. That kind of awesome. There should be a carp over here too. There he is. Let's see. I don't even think he gives you anything besides like prayer beads, but that's still good enough for me. Uh oh. Thanks. Nice. Okay. And then we're gonna reset this guy because he just destroys me every time. Just give me the raven feather so I can leave, please. Maybe I can actually kick him off. That's happened before. Alright, hold on. We're gonna jibate him. Oh, you know what? We'll try it. We'll try it legit. Oh, God! That's a lot of damage. Oh, he only has one health thing, so maybe it's... Ah! I got tilted. I have no excuses. I got tilted. That's it. What, you're telling me you don't get tilted? What are you, a pro gamer? Okay. Ah! I don't have enough stamina. That's the problem. That's got to be the problem, right? It's the game. It's not me. There's no way it's me. Oh, no. Oh, my money! No! I had so much money. Oh, shit. My skill points, too. I should probably try to spend those. Oh, God. My skill points. It's the input lag, dude. I swear. I'm actually not playing on my my monitor. This is actually on PlayStation 4, and it's through a capture card, and it's the delayed input. So there's no way that it's me. It can't be me. I'm too good at this game. I've 100% of this game, no death run. I don't have any records of it, but just trust me, dude. My dad works at FromSoft. I had him in the first half. I really did, you know. But then he came back in the second half. I think he still just waits up there. Actually, I wonder if we can get some free stuff in. Cool. Oh! It's always the combo that tilts me, isn't it? Maybe I'll just hope that he keeps doing the attack. And I can Mikiri counter him. Oh, please! No! Ah! I panic healed. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Oh god, my money and my skills! You know what, I'm just gonna buy Spirit Charms. There's not a vendor here for a while, so... we'll just buy Spirit Emblems. At least then we won't be wasting our money by dying. I will kill him if it's the last thing I do. Yeah, hi, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be getting tilted by a mid-level enemy. Because I don't know how to parry. Also because I can't see apparently. So I'm just hitting walls now. Oh. My truly my greatest enemy, gravity. I hate this so much. Okay, I think, yeah, okay, we're good. I can't believe this guy chunks me half my health. Ugh! I have to focus. With the power of friendship, I will win. Almost there. Oh, no! Why? Why? He's gonna reset. No, don't emote at that. I was so close. Yeah, I guess I could have totally not landed in the water and just died, and that would have been awful. Oh. I had the chance to just assassinate him, and I messed it up. I had the chance. It must be because I fight for, like, honor or something, right? I'm honorable. You know, I wanted to get away from the edge, and I thought, I should get away from the edge, and that led to my death. I hate this guy so much. Truly, the worst human. Alright, my friends are my power. I got this. Oh, my friends are my power! Yo, this is the power of Kingdom Hearts and friendship. Yo! We got him! Oh, cool. Scrap iron. I thought he'd give me a fucking prayer bead. Why? Oh my god. All that for a drop of blood. I did it. That's all that matters, I guess. You're right. I'm not even at 2. What the hell? I bet I can make this. I can make this. Dude, you know, they say just land for the bushes, or aim for the bushes. You gotta just aim for the bad guys. That's the real strat. Oh. It's okay, I'm getting better at this game again. Kind of. I think at one point I had to grind here because I didn't know how to do owl. Or, not that I didn't know how to do owl, but I needed to grind like spirit emblems or something for owl. And I had to just like run this path or something. I don't remember. Because I had like no spirit emblems or money to buy like something. I forgot what it was. 2-for-1 deal? No? Okay. Yeah, the money's pretty good in this path. Because they're all really easy to kill. And might as well clear and then just go talk to Pops and then I guess try to do Lady Butterfly. I don't know how I'm going to do that area leading up to Lady Butterfly. It's such a pain in the ass. I have 2 skill points. Nah, we can do this, I believe. We just only pull that guy. And that's in the bag. Come on, buddy. Come on. No, not that guy. Not that guy, just this guy. That's the sound. Controller ASMR, let's go. Alright, big guy, go off, I guess. Oh! Ah! It's okay. He's dead, right? 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 Oh god, I'm getting greedy. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. I'm getting filtered by basic enemies. At least I'm not getting filtered by the dogs anymore. The true terror of any Souls-based game, dogs. I'll come back for them later. I don't have the axe. I can't I'm not even gonna try to get my ass beat right now. It's my dad. Where's my chapstick? Why span through this dialogue?
Understood. Yes.
What the hell? There it is. You see, the fire rises. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the prosthetic. Oh god. Yo, rip dads. Yo, rip dads, bros. Yeah. I don't think there's anything in there, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll take the free experience. Okay, well that's not free. It's free real estate. Alright. Alright. I think the seller guy now might have items. And I also have to go buy my prosthetics. This is it, I think. Alright. I think there's some items I might have missed, but you know, it's whatever. Yo, rip chicken. Let's see.
Go on.
Nope. Nothing. Let's buy those for now, I guess. Why'd I do that?
All right.
I think prosthetics cost money. Or is that upgrades?
What is it?
Maybe it's upgrades. It could be upgrades. I think it's upgrades. Never mind. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I think Lady Butterfly is going to actually be a pain in the butt. Although, she was one of the fights that I always had an easier time with compared to everything else. Alright, let's go.
I'm glad.
Don't have any? Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye. Seki Joe, I have prosthetic tool. Please put in place. Please, Seki Joe, activate. Sick.
This should no appear here.
Oh,
What is it?
It can
oh
turn
shit.
back into another.
I see.
I think that one's actually good. Alright, when you're dying, it's okay. Let's see. God, I have the sniffles too. I usually do. I actually usually do use the grappling hook or the chasing slice. Why'd I do it, bros? Why'd I get the chasing slice? It's too good. It's too good, that's why. Alright, time to get filtered by the area before Lady Butterfly. Let's see if I still got this. Although I do have the Bell Demon thing on. What? Okay. That one's on me. What? No, no, that was wrong. Okay, I don't think anyone else noticed besides those two guys, so I think we're still here. We're still safe. It's okay. There's nothing to fear. Uh-oh. 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 Well, we might as well just take out the guys over here while we're at it. Alright. Cool. First you take the weak out, and then you focus on the hard guys. Alright, we got him. Oh. I think there's like more guys in here. There should be somewhere. Yeah, I don't like fighting them because what? I don't like fighting them because there's like a delay on their moves. What? What? And the delay is what like really screws me up, like the mix up in the timing. They also like have a lot of posture. But the axe guys have always fucked me up. Is that another axe guy? Oh, sick. My favorite enemy. I just realized I have like I'm running out of gourd seeds. I haven't even fought the mini boss. Yo, rip me, dude. Finally, I am a true gamer. And I will rise up above the challenges of my enemies. I'm trying to think of like what my next course of action is. I think I usually run up behind the guy, assassinate one of the guys, and like try to kill the other guys, run away, and then let him reset. And then I ask the NPC for help. We'll see. It's been a while. It's been a while. There's a lot more guys than I remember, actually. Wait a minute, why do I have so little health? Oh, when did that happen? Did I just never heal? Oh god, he's getting closer. Oh god, he's so fast. I'm prosthetic. Prosthetic. Okay, alright, okay. Oh, I'm tilted. What? I thought I had better talent than this, and I was wrong. Good news is, once I kill the other guy, I think that's all I need to do, and then go try to assassinate the mini boss. Okay, now we run from him. Hopefully the NPC that helps us will live. But if not, noble sacrifices need to be made. Oh, God. Oops, I turned off the stream I was watching. 1 second. We were listening to. Alright. Now, the true challenge. Okay, cool. He reset. This is it. This is my shot. No, you gotta shoot your shot, guys. Got him. What? The boss has 2 health bars? What do you mean? All right, buddy. Listen, listen, dude. You gotta help. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Avenge your friends. Avenge your friends. Oh my God, that's a lot of damn. What the fuck? Please don't look at me. Oh my God, our homie's almost dead. Don't die, bro. Don't die. Get him. Bro, get him. Oh, wrong prosthetic. Get him, bro. No! Oh! What? Oh my God. He's so powerful. What power is this? Jesus Christ. What? I literally just can't get hit. I don't even if I parry, I get poisoned, I think. Gotta do my old technique to slash and dash. Oh, I didn't know he could spit. I forgot he could spit poison. Ah! Shock. That's what I'm feeling right now. Thank you, Sekiro. Why, yes. I do take L's from mini bosses. How could you tell? God damn it. I really want Breath of Life, but at this point it's kind of rough. This is kind of rough. I feel like I should get Ichimonji because that's like my go-to. This is my go-to. This is my go-to technique. Oh, and I forgot about the carps. They're so good. Okay, well I'm just getting filtered by buildings now. Holy crap. What am I doing? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. Dude, my brain's so broken right now. Oh God, my brain is broken. Oh God, the amount of time it's gonna take me to clear out these guys again is gonna take forever. But I got it. We got it. This is a group effort. This is a group project. This time I won't get filtered by fire. God. I really just want to go for it, but it's not worth it. I wonder, you know, I could do the whirlwind slash and maybe I'd take them all out, but I really don't think that would work. Alright, they're fucking off to go live their life. That the axe guy? That is the axe guy. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna go for it. Well, I actually unintentionally blocked that arrow. Sick. What? Oh! Okay, now they're just fighting dirty. Of course, they're bandits. I don't know what else I would expect from dirty bandits. Oh. And away we go. You know, I think we'll just hang out on the roof for a bit. Just chill out. You know, take in the scenes. Relax, get some water. Just hang out. And it all comes tumbling down. Not interested in any of these guys except for the axe guy, which I think is all the way over there. Or right below me. I think he's still throwing stuff at me, actually. Oh! Okay, now I'm just gonna do wombo combo. Epic. God, I like don't even have anything to talk about because I'm getting filtered by like axe guy. You know what? It's not worth it. It's not. You know, you think about it. It's not. It's not really worth it. Like I could try to do the bull, but I can't remember if I beat the bull or Lady Butterfly first usually. Because at this point, it doesn't really matter what I do. I could go for bull skip. Okay, well, we're fighting the bull. I'm taking the F's too hard here. I'm fighting the bull. The bull. More like bullshit. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Alright, okay, alright, alright. My girl don't have to down. Oh god, my eyes. Just give me that. Alright. And away we go. This is my destiny. Oh, I hear the dogs. What's in here? I don't actually remember. Is anything significant? Nope, just money. Okay. Well, that's still pretty good. You know, I'm getting filtered hard enough where that matters. Alright. Okay, alright. I like that you didn't notice for a second there. Alright. Follow me, enemies, and let the bull take your life. Oh! Oh, I didn't take any damage. Sick. Why are they still alive? Why isn't the bull cleaned up the trash? Bull, please kill these guys. Okay. You know, it's off to a good start. Why is that guy still alive? I don't know. Okay. Nope, he's still hanging about. Okay, there you go. Oh! Why'd I do it? Why'd I do it, bros? Oh god, he's gonna kick me. Huh. They call him DK. You know what it stands for? Dumb kid? Nah. Drift King. This guy really is the true Drift King. Yeah, it's fine. It's not that bad. It's fine. Things are fine. It's perfect. Everything's great. Oh! Okay. Maybe I lied. Maybe I lied. Okay. It's salvageable. It's salvageable. We should have to let him activate his Drift King move. That's the only way. Oh god. Oh god, why? Not like this. Just in case. I want to make sure I can survive getting one shot. Okay, he's half health. Like this is in the bag. This isn't that bad. Buddy. Pal. Friend. Demon Bull. Oh! Okay. That's my bad. That's no! God damn it. God. Why? Why? I hate this guy so much. He's really ruining my life. There's gotta be like some SpongeBob meme that I can think of that applies to this. All I can think of in my head right now is I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. That's all I can think of. Alright, this time the bull will not fail me and kill these enemies, right? 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 He'll kill all my enemies for me? Why isn't he one-shotting them? He one-shots me. I don't get it. I will not make the same mistake twice. Okay. Immediately made the same mistake again. Ah! Why do I keep doing this? Oh god. This is the power of friendship and love. I will not fail again. What? Okay. I had to fix his laptop, and I might just go do that. Why? Why? How did it turn out like this? It wasn't. It started with a kiss. How did it turn out like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Alright, I got this. Third time's the charm. I have not been defeated once. I have not even lost once. So why am I so worried about it? The answer is okay. Well, the wolves are filtering me already. It's okay. It's cool. It's great. It's wonderful. Oh god. Jesus. Alright. Alright. My girl, Alright, drawing stream it is. I just am tilted for right now, so drawing stream it is. Wow. How'd that happen? What the fuck? I can't believe Tangerine had like a deathless run and he's just gonna take a break. Wow, that's insane. How'd that happen? Wow. This game filters me so fucking hard. What the hell? It really does. It really evidently be like that sometimes. Yeah, I just need a break. Just need a little break. Just getting tilted just a little. Just a little. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Enough to make a difference. That's how tilted I am. tilted enough to drop this app. All right. I was watching a documentary yesterday, so I might finish watching the Ula Lily documentary. Let's open Clip Studio Paint. Why do you always open on that monitor? I might actually, hold on. I'm kind of tired of the way this is set up. How do I extend this display? Duplicate desktop 1 on number 3. Oh, okay. Alright, now there's nothing I should be afraid of. And my things are messed up again. Okay. Everything's good now. Everything's good and awesome. Sekiro tilted me. Now I draw to forget. Update information. That's it. That's the end. That's the end for me. I'm dying. That's really how it be. Yeah, art time. The Sekiro's kind of tilting right now. So we're doing art. Oh, God. Let's see. Gotta get the documentary out. Yeah, it really do be like, it really yabba dabba do be like that sometimes, you know? Let's see, is that technically, okay, that's not available.
Modern-day alternate reality games, like any art form, owe much to the innovation of their predecessors. Many early ARGs, such as the viral marketing for the film AI and Halo 2's I Love Bees, remain celebrated and discussed to this day, cited as paving the way for everything that followed. While others, despite their foresight, high production value, and admirable execution, live on only in the few players who remember it. I can think of few examples more fitting than a 2001 online game which asked its players to track a UFO conspiracy across their dial-up internet. Using AOL Instant Messenger, faxes that would come in at all hours of the night, phone calls from frightened voice actors begging the player to help them, this game unfolded in a convincing real-world timeline, which could intrude upon the player's work and home lives if they so chose. I'd like to introduce you to the most unfortunate early failure of alternate reality gaming, a digital adventure titled Majestic. Majestic was an online investigation game. Although it came on CD-ROM, to call it a PC game would be reductive, as the game required use of the player's telephones, Blackberries, and fax machines, as well as their computers.
I always watch documentaries while I
The
draw,
game began by
or listen to
answering
them.
a series of
So
survey
I figured.
questions. Some were
I figured
expected, such
I
as
did it
email
yesterday.
address, AOL Instant Messenger handle, phone and fax
There you go.
number, but
Now I can
others,
crop it, so
such
it's
as the
not so
hospital
weird.
in which the player was born, were a bit.
Oh, really? Yeah, I found this channel. It's pretty cool. Alright, now we're gonna open... I want to work on
alternate reality games,
Koopa meme.
like any art form, owe much to the innovation
What
of their
else do I wanna work on?
predecessors. Many early ARGs, such as the viral marketing for the film AI and Halo 2's I Love Bees, remain celebrated and discussed to this
Let's
day,
see.
cited as paving the way for everything that followed. While others, despite their foresight, high production value, and admirable execution, live on only in the few players who remember it. I can think of few examples more fitting than a 2001 online game which asked its players to track a UFO conspiracy across their dial-up internet. Using AOL Instant Messenger, faxes that would come in at all hours of the night, phone calls from frightened voice actors begging the player to help them.
Sorry, I'm just
This
fixing
game
stuff.
unfolded in a convincing real-world timeline, which could intrude upon the player's work and home lives if they so chose. I'd like to introduce you to the most unfortunate early failure of alternate reality gaming, a digital adventure titled Majestic. Majestic was an online investigation game. Although it came on CD-ROM, to call it a PC game would be reductive, as the game required use of the player's telephones, Blackberries, and fax machines, as well as their
What
computers.
the heck? Why is that not?
The journey began by answering a series of survey questions. Some were expected, such as email address, AOL Instant Messenger
There you go.
handle, phone and
That should be
fax
fine.
number, but others, such as the hospital in which the player was born, were a
I don't think I
bit
have any other projects I was
stranger.
working on.
Shortly after, the player received an email from Electronic Arts
Doesn't look like
informing
it.
them that the studio responsible for creating and maintaining the servers of the game they just purchased had closed.
Dear Majestic Player, due to a fire at our Animex studios, we at Electronic Arts are forced to suspend the online game Majestic until
There you go.
further notice. We're currently doing everything in our power to restore service as soon as possible. We'll keep you informed of our progress. In the meantime, please follow developments on this event at the Portland Chronicle.
It's likely some players believed that the game was over, but once they clicked through to the link at the end of the email, they realized the game had only just begun. By following a series of links leading to web pages and videos, the players fell into a rabbit hole of conspiracy. The fire at Animex Studios was no accident. It was arson, meant to serve as a warning to the studio for probing into government secrets, such as the Roswell Area 51 incident and MK Ultra mind control. Of course, the player's job was to ignore this deterrent and assist Animex Studios in their investigations.
Oh, that does not
And as
blend
they
in very
gathered
well.
intel from various websites, some real and some fabricated, the members of Animex began to open lines of dialogue.
Have you seen the TV news clip about the fire?
Yes, I just watched it.
Could have been worse, I suppose. Getting to know
Nope.
your allies is your
Only gotta
best
put my
bet
little
right
glove
now.
on.
I've been doing that. Do you know who I should talk to?
Good luck.
Once the players were in on the conspiracy, they could expect a semi-steady stream of communication from Majestic's in-game characters. Phone calls and voicemails from frantic actors shouting over gunfire would warn the players of impending danger, begging them to find a safe place to hide until further instructed. Faxes would come in, often with alarming information such as personalized medical records including birthday and the hospital in which the player was born. One gamer reported receiving medical documents which detailed how trackers were being injected into children via their vaccines. Due to the frightening and unprecedented nature of these elements, the players had the option to control their desired levels of realism. For example, if they wanted the full experience, they would receive phone calls in the middle of the night, faxes at work, with nothing held back.
I think they're in on it.
Alternatively, if they shared a living space with other people who weren't in on the game, the player could opt for all communication to begin with a disclaimer stating that what followed was part of a video game. The studio behind Majestic was committed to realism. During the 2001 Electronic Entertainment Expo, Majestic won the Game Critics Award
They got
for
tilted
Best
so
Original
hard.
Game. However, they had the award made out to Animex, the fictional studio which burned down rather than the game's actual production team. The concept for Majestic can be traced back to a radio show Coast to Coast, a nationally syndicated program which served as a platform for many conspiracy theories. Hosted by Art Bell, who Majestic creator Neil Young cites as his inspiration. The show featured a caller who claimed to be a member of a secret government organization known as Majestic 12. As the story goes, Majestic 12 was originally assembled in the late 1940s by President Harry Truman. The team was tasked with investigating the alien spacecraft which crash-landed in Roswell, New Mexico the very same year. It's speculated that this call is what triggered 30-year-old Neil Young, who at the time had been brainstorming ways to push the boundaries of online gaming into uncharted territories, to begin conceptualizing Majestic. As a finished
Conceptualize
product,
the aroma.
Majestic was unique, ambitious, and groundbreaking. But because the public had never seen anything like it before, EA's advertising team had their work cut out for them. After all, the experience Majestic had to offer couldn't easily be distilled into an elevator pitch. So, in keeping with the game's clandestine, conspiratorial themes, the marketing team chose to dress as men in black, leaving secret notes inside of bars and handing out CDs of subliminal messages to random strangers. The commercials were stark and ominous, reminiscent of David Fincher films such as The Game, concluding with the tagline, "It plays you." Once the game was released,
They played me
EA
like a
chose to
damn
present
fiddle.
the first episode as a free download. Roughly 800,000 players signed up, and after the free trial ended, the number of subscription players stabilized at around 70,000, each paying $10 per month, more than enough to sustain the game. Advanced players had the opportunity to contribute to the game's lore by writing small portions of the game, such as character biographies and news articles. Majestic appeared to be a success. It was beginning to look like a new era of gaming was breaking into the
look
mainstream
like
market,
Christmas, bro.
with Majestic heralding its arrival. But only months into the game's run, public opinion began to change, and it wasn't long before the number of subscribers plummeted. After only 4 complete episodes into its storyline, EA officially nixed Majestic, and one of the first instances of immersive alternate reality gaming came to a tragic conclusion. So, what happened? Why did Majestic fail? And why have many of the most enthusiastic video game and ARG aficionados never heard of it? There are many reasons, but the one cited most often is player constraints. Majestic's production team wanted to simulate a realistic investigation unfolding in real time.
Things happen in a orderly fashion as they would according to the time on the clock on the wall. So if it takes a character an hour to go from one place to another, it's going to be an hour before they contact you again through the game.
Obviously, this realism was at the
Yo,
expense
sick.
of player autonomy. Unaccustomed to having to wait until sometimes days later to continue the storyline just when they were becoming immersed was irreconcilable for many players. But in Majestic's defense, it was never intended to resemble a traditional video game experience. Its controlled pacing and episodic nature much more closely resembled a television show or a radio broadcast, meant to be absorbed in bursts of 30 minutes to an hour, followed by a long period of downtime until the next one. And much like a television show, the elements that went into each episode of Majestic had to be filmed, edited, and integrated into the game, all of which the production team was continuously doing. Although the success of episodic games such as Life is Strange and The Walking Dead may have conditioned the current gamer crowd to more readily accept this type of segmented experience,
The
in
gamer
2001
crowd.
the idea of
The
playing
most
a portion of a
oppressed
game
group of
only
all.
to be told to wait for the rest was incredibly frustrating. It's also likely that the game suffered from overhyped advertising. The promised elements of faxes, phone calls, and instant messages, along with the bizarre advertising campaign, inevitably led some players to believing they'd be experiencing a certain level of gritty realism from Majestic, rather than the cheesy pre-recorded voicemails and chatbots.
Here's a little piece of advice.
Although there are some alleged instances of players receiving personalized communication from Majestic's actors, this seems to be the exception, not the rule. But with a peak player base of 800,000, streamlining was to be expected. There were also tragic outside forces which contributed to Majestic's failure. Only weeks after the game's release, September 11th happened. EA temporarily closed their servers, but this time it was due to a real tragedy. Drawing a chilling parallel to the game's opening email, the game's terroristic motifs no longer seemed like trivial topics fit for a video game. EA released a statement which said, "Some of the fictional elements may not be appropriate at this time." Once the servers reopened, the player base had shrunk from a thriving 70,000 to a meager 10,000. Not only this, but due to the massive success of the Lord of the Rings film franchise, EA chose to redirect many of their employees to begin working on tie-in games, including key personnel of Majestic. But what I would argue is the main reason for Majestic's failure is the same reason why The Secret, the national level treasure hunt covered in my previous video, was never completed. It's a matter of timing. Regardless of the aforementioned shortcomings, 2001 was simply too early for such an ambitious project, and similar to The Secret, the technology was premature. Personal computers still relied on dial-up connection, not to mention many players only had a tenuous grasp on how to navigate their prehistoric internet. The task of tracking a terrorist through cyberspace was simply asking too much of them. Game analyst
too much for
PJ
us, we can't
McNeely
handle
is quoted saying, "Majestic was like offering driving lessons to 10-year-olds." The team behind Majestic went their separate ways, many experiencing individual success. Creative director Neil Young went on to found the video game company Network. Producer Kira Snyder later won a Primetime Emmy for her work on The Handmaid's Tale. But the project which started their careers, which showed the world their capabilities and ingenuity, has largely become forgotten. So, why have I made a video over Majestic? After all, it was a failure, and perhaps there's a good reason why it faded into obscurity. Well, similar to my reasons for covering The Secret, I believe its obscurity is temporary. It's rare to see a true marriage of video games and ARGs quite like Majestic, but the interest is definitely there. And although the decade in which it was released couldn't quite accommodate its vision, we've now arrived at one that can. Instances of early arrival are often tragic, due to the fact that their true value can only be appreciated retroactively. But at the risk of innovation becoming stale, it's important to acknowledge them as important contributions, if for no better reason than to encourage creators to continue breaking new ground. Failure doesn't always mean something was done poorly. In the case of Majestic, sure, it wasn't perfect. It was frustrating and at times unintentionally hilarious.
Enjoy your sanity while it lasts.
But it also showed incredible foresight in utilizing many of the tools which had only just arrived, which many didn't understand the potential for.
I wanted to create something that leveraged the medium, was specifically creative for the medium upon which it was delivered. If you think about Orson Welles' rendition of War of the Worlds, that came out at a time when radio was the most powerful medium. And what Orson Welles understood was how to take advantage of the radio medium to deliver an entertainment experience that was so different than anything that people had experienced at the time. And what we wanted to do with Majestic is we wanted to do a similar thing.
The players who were able to look past Majestic's shortcomings remember their experience very fondly and are hoping for an updated version suitable for 2019. And with ARGs becoming increasingly popular, there's already a built-in audience. In a world where digital contributions often depreciate with each passing year, it's exciting to find something that's truly ahead of its time. With technology having caught up with Majestic's vision, it's easy to imagine how it would look if presented today, what new forms it might take, and how the public might reassess its value now that we're ready for it. A big thanks to Reddit user Kandri, who was generous enough to recount first-hand experience of the game. There isn't much documented about Majestic, so this was absolutely essential to my research. Another big thanks to my friend and fellow analytical YouTuber Night Terror for lending his voice to this video. If you enjoyed his voice and are curious about his original content, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. I highly recommend showing him some support. If you enjoyed this video and look forward to similar
pretty
content,
interesting.
please consider subscribing. And if you have any suggestions for future topics, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if
What
you'd
the
like
fuck?
to stay up to date on channel news, you
Oh,
can
sorry.
follow me on Twitter at AtrocityGuy.
Ignore that. Ignore that. I turned my headphones off. I turned my headphones off when I was watching Shady stream on my phone. Ignore that. Please. Please, just ignore that. Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. Just don't worry about it. Alright, next documentary. Let's do the Fall of Phoenix Jones. That's like some real life superhero guy. I'm curious.
Across the world, hundreds of individuals are patrolling the streets of their hometowns, seeking out injustices where they might be of service. Some are looking for crime to document, report, or in rare cases, intervene. Others are simply hoping to inspire their community with small acts of heroism, such as handing out food to the hungry or giving a car ride to a would-be drunk driver. As homage to their comic book inspirations, they adopt colorful costumes and pseudonyms, like Redbud Woman and the Crimson Canuck. Each has a different
Wait, they're real?
MO. Polar Man travels the streets of Canada, shoveling snow from driveways. The DC Guardian patrols the United States Capitol, handing out copies of the Constitution. Most consider their efforts a type of inspirational cosplay, with a bit of live-action roleplay included for theatrical
That's pretty
effect.
cool.
But of those who have truly modeled themselves after their fictional counterparts, who devote their lives to martial arts training, push their bodies to peak fitness, confront criminals who react violently toward them, and operate alongside a police force who are continuously looking for reasons to get them off the street, there may only be one.
Furthermore, whenever you inject yourself into an issue, there's always the problem that could get worse, and that is people can misconstrue intentions, it can escalate the situation.
Like, I don't want to make fun of
Armed
it, but
with
it's
a
kind of goofy.
$10,000 bulletproof suit,
But-
a stun
Wait,
baton,
$10,000?
2 million Scoville pepper spray, and a
Excuse me, wait, hold on, go back. What? What? What?
Misconstrue intentions, it can escalate the situation.
armed with a $10,000 bulletproof suit, a stun baton, 2 million Scoville pepper spray, and a GoPro.
What the
Phoenix
fuck?
Jones
That's
is
based.
perhaps the closest thing to a comic book hero we've ever seen. And during his decade of activity, his fans have watched him transform from hero to anti-hero and finally, to what he'd fought so long to protect Seattle against.
I guess it's true what they say.
No,
You
bro.
live long enough as the hero, see yourself become the villain.
No!
Very bad.
I guess.
This is the rise and fall of Phoenix
Can't be.
Jones.
Not like this, bros. Not like this. It can't end like this. What the fuck? Not like this. Please.
His full title is Phoenix Jones, Guardian of Seattle, and his story begins in late 2010 when local news began reporting on a mysterious figure who, nearly every night, disappeared into the hidden room of a comic book shop and emerged in a black and gold costume. In the beginning, the learning curve for what he hoped to accomplish proved steep. Patrolling areas rich with nightlife, Jones would occasionally encounter little more than an obnoxious bar patron who needed calming down. Finding crime was nearly as difficult as fighting it. It was pretty embarrassing, Jones told a reporter of Seattle Met, speaking of his early patrols. I walked around downtown and didn't see any crime. But in January of 2011, Jones began to cut his teeth on the extreme brand of heroics that he would ultimately become known for.
One local man came within seconds of having his car broken into, perhaps stolen, until a superhero came to his rescue.
And you just start sticking it down inside between the window here and the rubber strip.
Dan was calling 911, but help flew in before he finished dialing.
From the right, this guy comes dashing in, just wearing this skin-tight rubber black and golden suit, and starts chasing him away.
The attention Jones got from the single incident solidified his niche in crime fighting. In order to separate himself from the growing community of other real-life superheroes, Jones believed he would have to put himself in the precarious situations that others wouldn't dream of. As he continued, Jones began breaking up street fights, attempting to intimidate drug dealers, and in doing so, incurred many injuries.
But a man held him at gunpoint Saturday night while another kicked him and broke his nose.
It's under my eye over here on this.
I can see your eye, it's all swollen.
But the
What the
injuries
hell?
didn't deter him. He appeared to romanticize the bellicose portrayals of comic book heroes, and he was on his way to becoming one, despite the attempts of Seattle police to dissuade him.
And now police say enough is enough. Someone's gonna end up dead.
Don't insert yourself into those situations. If you see something, call 911.
Law enforcement weren't the only ones to disapprove. Jones was largely condemned by other costume heroes who considered him delusional and worried his efforts would be harmful to their overall reputation. For the first time, we have someone who agrees with our overall purpose but doesn't agree with our methods, Portland, Oregon-based hero Night Owl told the Wall Street Journal.
It's not putting on a super suit and finding bad guys to fight. Real life isn't that way. Real crime fighting doesn't work that
But
way.
his name's
If you act that way, you probably
Dark
gonna
Guard.
make
Come
things
on.
worse.
Jones was certainly an outlier in the real-life superhero community, a community which can be traced back to the 1970s with the charismatic Californian known as Captain Sticky. Retiring in his 20s after inventing corrugated fiberglass, Richard Pesta of San Diego devoted his life to becoming America's first Cape Crusader. Like many after him, Captain Sticky's approach was non-violent. His costume and outrageous persona served as bait for the media, who gave him the platform he needed to speak out against injustices, such as the poor conditions of elderly homes or greedy auto mechanics upcharging their less knowledgeable customers. Of the modern era, many cite Master Legend of Florida as one of the first to seek out crime and physically intervene.
Get a taste of that next time you want to hurt a little kid.
Patrolling Winter Park just outside of Orlando, Master Legend comes equipped with his Master Blaster, a homemade cannon that fires plastic Easter eggs filled with cayenne pepper and rock salt.
Heel-based.
Oh, nice.
While Master Legend and Captain Sticky were novelties at their time of arrival, in recent decades an influx of individuals following in their footsteps began to permeate the streets of metropolitan cities. Mr. Full Moon of Tokyo, Japan, the Black Rat of Sydney, Australia. The more news outlets reported on these individuals, the more they seemed to crop up.
He calls himself the Shadow Hair.
Names like Asylum, Fool King, and Professor Midnight.
Although often accused of being naive, many of these heroes understand the scope of what they can realistically accomplish inside the law. While ideologies vary within these individuals and organizations, common mantras include staying safe, remaining on the good side of law enforcement, and making a difference where one can. But not only did Phoenix Jones stand in stark contrast with his community, he seemed to look down on them. "I don't call them real-life superheroes," he told writer John Ronson, who interviewed Jones in an emergency room as he was being treated for a stab wound. "I call them real-life sandwich handlers." But this separation from the community didn't seem to hinder Phoenix. On the contrary, by mid-2011, Phoenix was well on his way to becoming the world's most famous real-life superhero. During his patrols, Jones would be approached for pictures, autographs, even requests for video shoutouts.
This is Phoenix Jones. If you're not listening to bass rock, you're foolish right now. Seriously.
And it wasn't long before Phoenix managed to inspire a small coalition of like-minded individuals who costumed themselves to join him on patrol. El Caballero, whose appearance seemed to pay tribute to luchadors, became one of Jones's closest allies.
And you're not a wimp if you call 911.
Purple Rain, whose focus was domestic assault awareness and prevention, served as strategist and monitored a police radio in order to direct the group to where they might be needed.
So I went to the City of Seattle's website where the police file all their reports, so I look and see what kinds of crimes are happening, if the police respond, and I just factor in all this different data. And I say, you know what, this is where we need to be, and that's how we find crime.
Phoenix had very specific attributes he wanted in his fellow superheroes. They needed to know how to fight. Military and martial arts background was a strict prerequisite, and the recruits stayed sharp with regular training.
Average police response time in Seattle is 5 minutes. We're going to try to basically hold off an attacker, me, Evo being the superhero. We're going to try to keep it going for about 5 minutes is the goal.
By late 2011, the group had accumulated around 10 members. With names like Buster Doe, Midnight Jack, and Red Dragon, they were a diverse cast of characters. But unified under the leadership of Phoenix Jones, they became the Rain City superhero movement.
I have to say, pretty based.
Pitch Black's gonna go undercover and attempt to make a drug buy. I don't usually look like this. And once he sees the drugs or the thing, we're gonna come in and bust him.
But they're just straight vigilantes.
Here's what's going on. We got cameras all over, and we saw what was going on, and we came in here because we saw what's going on. We're not putting up with it anymore. We're tired of it. Bad people keep selling drugs in the city, polluting the block, and we're just not putting up with it. Hey, this is a bitch. It's kind of funny, but I'm dead serious.
Phoenix's approach remained polarizing. As he often invited camera crews to follow him on patrol, some sensed Jones cared more about his own celebrity than improving his community. Have you really made the best uses of media attention to further the causes you claim to serve? Fellow Seattle-based hero Ravenblade asked in an open letter to Jones.
Why are there so many of these guys?
Acted like a hero. The criticism was largely engulfed by outspoken supporters who considered Phoenix Jones the first legitimate real-life superhero, a distinction from the costume street performers many had come to associate with the movement. They continued, allegedly chasing down a suspect in a stabbing, even stopping a bus from being hijacked. Phoenix and Purple Rain were married, and the two of them together serving as the dual public face of the group seemed to be good PR. Interviewers and media outlets were divided, some wishing to scold the heroes.
It's about Nightwing and Batgirl, isn't it? I mean, that's what it is. It's more about that than anything else, is it not?
Some choosing instead to highlight their accomplishments.
Tell us what happened the night Phoenix saved your life.
A man was getting violent with security at a nightclub. He proceeded to get violent with me and my group of friends. Phoenix ran in and pepper sprayed the guy and diffused the entire situation.
How did you hear about it?
The group was earning a bit of respect, and with Seattle having a crime rate 126% above the national average, receiving an F rank on AreaVibes.com, the Rain City superhero movement had their work cut out for them. But the interventionist approach the heroes employed often skirted the lines of legality.
Put your hands. Stay right here. Stay down.
The process of a citizen's arrest which the heroes regularly performed is a complicated and unpredictable one, as it's often easy to mistake the context of a given situation. Jeremy McHenry of MPS Security Services had this to say of the concept of a citizen's arrest. You're going to be sued if you mess up. You can be arrested for making a false arrest. Many understood that Jones's reckless approach would sooner or later catch up with him, so it was no surprise that in late 2011, the inevitable happened.
A so-called superhero in Seattle is under arrest.
Oh shit.
Phoenix and fellow hero Ghost were out on patrol when they witnessed a crowd of people congregating beneath a viaduct. From the distance up the street where the heroes stood, it looked like a street fight. Phoenix ran in, shouting to the group to break it up, instructing Ghost to dial 911 as was their protocol. But rather than thanking Phoenix for his assistance, the group turned on him. Phoenix, unable to verbally control the situation, employed the use of his pepper spray. The police arrived soon after, their patience with Jones already spent, and took statements from both parties. According to Jones, what he thought he was running into was an assault. But according to a police report, the group was, quote, dancing and frolicking around with each other when a masked man came running and shouting toward them, coating the area in pepper spray. The last paragraph of the police report notes that this was the second complaint of the night regarding Jones, who had pepper sprayed a group of nightclub patrons some hours earlier. Although Jones was gone by the time the officer arrived at the scene, he described the distinct scent of pepper spray lingering in the air. The Seattle Police Department decided to make an example out of Phoenix, and he was arrested for assault.
Damn. He's just trying to do the right thing, bros. What the hell? And you're gonna lock him up?
After sitting in a jail cell overnight, Jones made his $3,800 bail and emerged to a team of reporters waiting outside the courthouse. Phoenix welcomed them to congregate around him, and in a move that shocked everyone, he unmasked himself and greeted the cameras for the first time as Benjamin Fodor.
I did not expect that haircut. I'm also Ben Fodor. I also protect the city. I also am a father. I also am a brother. I'm just like everyone else.
I did not expect
Born in
that
Texas
haircut,
in
I'll be honest.
1988, Benjamin Fodor spent time in orphanages
I thought he'd be
before
bald or
finding a
something.
family and relocating to the Pacific Northwest. Benjamin and his brother Karos both shared a love of fighting. Each pursued competitive mixed martial arts at a young age. According to Tapology.com, Benjamin, who fought under the name Flat Top, boasted an impressive amateur record of 11 wins and no losses. But whereas his brother continued into the professional ranks of organizations such as Strikeforce and UFC, his younger brother Benjamin decided to put his skills to more unconventional uses. But aside from the martial arts background, the conditions which stemmed the most well-known real-life superhero couldn't have been more unassuming. Benjamin was a father of 2 working at a daycare for children with special needs. His origin story goes like this. One morning, Benjamin found his car broken into, his driver's side window shattered, and a black ski mask laying atop the broken glass on the street. His son, cutting himself in the glass, had to be taken to the emergency room. Phoenix kept the mask, and days later, when a close friend was assaulted outside of a nightclub while a group of spectators watched, too afraid to intervene, Phoenix decided the ski mask would serve as the basis for an alternate identity. A moniker was chosen. The word Phoenix has roots in Greek folklore associated with rebirth. Jones, one of the most common American last names, is meant to represent the notion that ordinary citizens can hold others accountable for their actions. His costume was commissioned from Extreme Design FX and then sent to Baker Ballistics in order to be reinforced with bulletproof and stab-resistant plating. In an article from My Northwest, Fodor detailed some of his earliest attempts at vigilantism, well before he'd attracted any media attention. Confused as to how to begin, Benjamin took to simply brooding on rooftops. One night, upon witnessing a mugging, he climbed down the building's fire escape, a task which took minutes, only to find the criminal long gone by the time he reached the street. He'd purchased a net launcher reminiscent of the old campy Batman comics. Contrary to how he'd imagined the usage of this device playing out, Jones ended up trapping himself in it and was spotted by a passing police officer who took the opportunity to laugh and take a few pictures before cutting him loose. Early Phoenix Jones also carried with him a grappling hook which seemed to fit with his persona but had no practical value. "You think you're going to scale a building?" a friend critiqued. "What are you going to do when you get up there? Swoop down? Parachute down? You're not going to have enough distance for the parachute to even open." Although fans appreciated this insight into the man behind the mask, this move proved detrimental to Benjamin personally, as he was subsequently fired from his job at the daycare. And his custom-made suit was confiscated for evidence.
So why did they confiscate your suit?
Here's a suit. So the politically correct answer is, to do an accurate investigation, we need to have everything that was involved. The fact that your identity was concealed by a supersuit, therefore makes it evidence that we need to take to prove that you are the man underneath the suit.
Despite the feedback that he should put his persona of Phoenix Jones to rest, Benjamin doubled down. He had a backup suit, and he was confident the assault charges would be dropped once the video evidence came out. The evidence in question was obtained by videographer Ryan McNamee, who had been documenting the Rain City Heroes' nightly exploits. Based on the title Phoenix Jones Stops Assault, Ryan's first-hand interpretations of events differ from the reporting police officers. Many of the video's comments seem to also side with Phoenix. Even Jones's detractors suggested the arrest was an excuse to deter him. Later that month, the charges were dropped, and despite media outlets, both corporate and independent, offering harsh criticisms over the fiasco.
What an idiot. Okay.
That was awesome. That's the girl he's supposed to be helping. She's like, "You fucking pepper sprayed me, you idiot."
Phoenix Jones was on his way to unprecedented stardom. Jones was back with renewed enthusiasm and a steady stream of encouragement from the largest fan base he'd ever had. But on the night of April 22, 2012, a tragic and random act of violence would mark a distinct attitude shift in Phoenix and the Rain City superhero movement.
I can't believe this dude had 2 suits. That's insane.
It was after midnight. 21-year-old Nicole Westbrook and her boyfriend were walking through Pioneer Square after leaving a comedy show, when suddenly, shots rang out.
Gunshots! Gunshots! Gunshots!
Phoenix, along with Purple Rain and Pitch Black, ran toward the sound. Jones caught a glimpse of someone in a gray backpack as the potential shooter and followed him on foot for several blocks until police arrived.
There he is. There's the shooter. Backpack running. Backpack running? Backpack running. Backpack running. Backpack running.
Having been shot through the cheek, Nicole suffered a shattered spine. An ambulance rushed her to the hospital where she passed away shortly after. Nicole was not believed to be the intended target. The source of the gunfire was determined to have been a drive-by shooting, leading police to believe the hooded figure the heroes were chasing was the target. The case of Nicole Westbrook remains open to this day, and anyone with potential information is encouraged to contact the Seattle Police Department. Jones would go on to cite the tragedy as his biggest failure.
And she's up the street and the medics are taking her away. The fire engine drives by and just washes the blood off the sidewalk, and it runs down into a drain, and I just keep sitting on the sidewalk at this point. And people start walking by for work and just do their normal everyday life. And my world is completely changed, and everyone else is exactly the same.
This event would continue to ripple throughout Jones's
Wait, it is a
crime-fighting
comic book
career,
too?
especially in his later years. But directly following the tragedy, there was scarcely time to process. Just a week later, Seattle was to host the May Day protest.
May Day mayhem in Seattle. Demonstrations turned violent as thousands of people clogged downtown streets.
Originally in response to poor labor conditions, the May Day protests began in Europe during the late 19th century and persist even today all across the world. Always held on May 1st, these events occasionally escalate in violent and unpredictable ways.
Broken glass, buildings and cars covered with spray paint. Tonight, downtown Seattle.
Phoenix Jones, along with Midnight Jack and El Caballero, were patrolling the protest, attempting to deter and control outbursts, when a protester inadvertently revealed a plan to blow up the Seattle courthouse.
The crowd was actually rumoring a bomb blowing up a building?
Yeah, that's what the people with the black masks were rumoring, because they're kind of dumb, and I don't know if they haven't been to Seattle, but they didn't know that I'm not part of their crew. So they just kept telling me stuff.
So you were infiltrating them? They thought because you were...
We were just walking, and they were wearing masks, and we were.
Right, but because you are as dressed up as a superhero, they thought this guy must be into craziness like us.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Phoenix and his colleagues attempted to notify the police, but they didn't seem to take the testimonials seriously.
You hear rumblings of this, and you let the Seattle police know. Tell me how that conversation went.
Well, there wasn't really a conversation. I said, "Excuse me, sir, can I talk to you?" And he said, "We're busy." And I said, "I'm well aware. Can I talk to you?" He said, "Yeah, give me a few minutes. Here's my card."
Oh.
And then that was it.
Here's my card? Police officer gave you his card?
Fearing an escalation, they followed the crowd of protesters to the courthouse, and it was there they witnessed rocks and something which was believed to be a failed explosive device being thrown through the glass windows and doors. Knowing Phoenix would be apprehensive to use pepper spray following his assault charge, Midnight Jack opted to be the one to incapacitate the group. When the police arrived, they arrested 8 of the protesters for destruction of public property. The group received their share of disapproving opinions. Gawker reporter Adrian Chin described Phoenix as a combination of Batman and a mall cop. But one of the more entertaining opposers of the Rain City Heroes was a filmmaker named Ryan Corey, who decided the thing the group was truly missing was a villain.
My name is Rex Velvet, the people's villain, if you will. Before you jump to conclusions, let me tell you that I'm a fair negotiator and businessman. But I will not back down from you, Jones, until this city is rid of you.
His attempts to bait Phoenix into a campy online rivalry failed, but Ryan Corey, stylizing himself as the villain Rex Velvet, continued, calling into radio shows while in character, and managed to turn their fake rivalry into a moderately successful web series.
Phoenix Jones, you have met your match.
Other supervillains joined in. Parody characters which targeted Jones began cropping up across YouTube and other social media.
Mr. Grimm here.
Yeah, Phoenix, I done created something now. Huh? I got a new potion that's gonna turn the whole world against you.
But Ryan Corey and others would have to settle for a one-sided online feud. Jones simply took himself too seriously to engage with them.
Rex Velvet is on the other line.
Rex Velvet is on the other line.
The guy who made that promo that you heard.
I encourage, if you guys want to talk to him, you go right ahead. I don't have anything to say to him because I live in the real world, and I don't promote or accept or even acknowledge people who want to do acts of villainy of any kind, even if it's not real. I
told you. Look at you, Phoenix Jones.
Priorities shifted for Jones in November of that year when a video patrol log went viral, propelling his already budding celebrity into then uncharted territories.
On University Way, between 45th and 47th. Suspect wearing an orange shirt. De-escalation does not appear to be working just yet.
While on patrol with 4 other local heroes, Phoenix confronted a man punching the window of a parked car and shouting obscenities at the passengers inside. Police arrived shortly after, with the heroes content to let them handle the situation. But after the assailant shouted a racial slur at Phoenix, Jones challenged him to mutual combat.
Yo, Washington's a mutual combat state. If you'd like to agree to fight, we can do that if you'd like to. If you would like to.
Mutual combat laws allow 2
What?
consenting parties to engage
Oh,
in a
hey,
street fight,
not
as long
just-
as no
well, yeah,
bystanders are
after
hurt
this.
or property damaged.
Hey,
Often
Rando.
cited as a vestige of dual.
Watching more documentaries or just drawing, because Sekiro tilted the shit out of me, so yeah, I think I have like a couple requests. I tried to do the speed draws yesterday. This one's just that thing I was working on. How have you been? Sorry, I didn't see your message. I was so focused on this documentary and this drawing. This documentary is whack. Yep. Oh, the list. Yeah, it's kind of crazy and like a little unbelievable. This, I don't know. Sorry, I like missed your messages. I don't know how long you've been here, but this fucking guy's got like a $10,000 bulletproof suit. He's got 2. They confiscated one. He's like, I'll just use the other one for now. That's insane. It's kind of tragic too. I'm glad you're doing pretty fine. You know, I'd rather hear that than be like, oh, I had a bad day, because then that's like, oh no, that sucks. Fuck. I gotta bring up the document and make it visible. There you go. I'm pretty good, just really tired. I had work, I think I mentioned it yesterday, I had to go to work like an hour early, so it was like 4:30 in the morning. I did get to kind of sleep when I got there though. So that was not too bad, because it was just recording like a meeting. And it's just really tired. And also the laptop I ordered for my roommate, I was trying to change the drive in it, and now it won't recognize the USB that I'm trying to use to install on it again, so we'll see. I had to do that after the stream. But all in all, really good, just really tired.
Mutual combat remains legal in portions of the United States, such as Washington State and Texas.
PJ has offered to engage suspect in orange shirt to mutual combat under the laws of Washington State. Suspect appears ready to fight.
Sealing the deal with a handshake and under the supervision of police officers, Phoenix Jones proceeded to knock out his opponent.
Fighting the suspect.
One hit down!
Suspect is down.
This video,
Imagine
posted to
talking
Phoenix
shit to a
Jones's YouTube
superhero.
channel, garnered
And he
widespread
one-shots
reaction and
you.
commentary.
Oh, that's when you know you made a mistake.
Yeah.
That first
I'm
leg,
pretty
that
good.
like see the guy moving around.
Phoenix's
Oh, wait, he kicked him,
celebrity
never
and
mind.
public
It
presence
wasn't a
were at an
one-shot.
all-time high.
Still pretty insane.
Podcasts, talk shows, public service announcements, Jones rarely turned down an opportunity.
From the behalf of the Rain City superhero movement and costume discounters, you guys have a safe and fun Halloween. See you in the streets.
He did a Reddit Ask Me Anything, which was kind of bizarre, but provided insight into the kind of chaotic individual Phoenix was. Leading his fellow heroes into 2013, Jones would experience a brief golden age of heightened popularity, strong relations with police, and a series of disciplined, systematic patrols. But unbeknownst to Phoenix, a hidden fault line was beginning to appear, one which would not only grow to jeopardize the movement, but would foreshadow Phoenix's ultimate and unexpected fall from grace.
Hey, Superman, more like super bitch, and then you just... I can't, that has to be so... Like, That has to be so embarrassing, but at the same time, it's a superhero, so that, like, I would expect the superhero to probably win. But still, like, imagine talking shit to a guy in a costume, and you just get decked, and it's over, and the police are just there. That's next level. This guy's next level. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our patrol tonight.
Yes, hello, all four of you.
All right, I am pulling up the crime trends in Seattle lately here so we can see exactly what's going on.
Would you like us to come over there and take a look, babe?
Yeah.
All right, let's go take a look here.
With more fame than any real-life superhero had ever experienced, Jones began to assume a leadership role in not only the local superhero scene, but the national one. In February of 2013, he posted a video to his YouTube channel directly addressing other heroes, setting a strict standard of behavior he expected from them.
This is what's up. There's a lot of superheroes out here who are doing really stupid crap, and eventually we're all going to get shut down. You guys don't realize it, but there's a war going on out there you don't know about. And that war starts with the government not liking unregulated anything in mass numbers. There's 250 of us to 300 of us walking around with absolutely no accountability. It's going to stop pretty much now.
According to Jones,
Superheroes
heroes have been
rise
patrolling
up
with illegal weapons, regularly breaking laws under a misguided notion of vigilantism. Phoenix was worried such missteps would cause a nationwide
Was that a fucking flip? Did I miss that?
movement for everyone.
Hold on.
We really have to come together, get this.
That guy do a fucking flip? Hold on, wait a minute.
Vigilantism. Phoenix was worried such missteps would cause a nationwide crackdown, potentially running the movement for everyone.
We really have to come together, get this whole thing together, get a
I need to get more water, but I can still hear this.
Get shut down.
Jones considered his brand of heroics to be one of the few sustainable out there. But his crew was small, and out of 300 heroes operating across the United States, the Rain City branch only accounted for 15. Phoenix unveiled an umbrella organization he referred to as the Alliance, which acted as a registry for heroes where they agreed to several of Jones's rules, including wearing a bulletproof vest.
And now people are going to say, well, I just hand out food. Yeah, but I came along and I changed the face of the
Yo,
list.
thanks.
Every criminal in the world who is aware of superheroes, when they look at you, they think that you fight crime. That's what they think you do. So whether you want to go out there and hand out a sandwich or not, you're still in danger of being injured. Don't be stupid, be prepared.
The selection for new recruits in Phoenix's hometown became increasingly rigorous, and in an interview with KIRO Radio, Jones admitted to rejecting 100% of the incoming applications.
The Rain City superhero movement is hiring, and applications are available right now.
So far, I've rejected 6 of the 6 applications I've got, where they're like, I'm 7 feet tall and super buff right now. I don't know if there's a mask that will fit over my giant meathead, but it's cool. I just want to walk around and punch people. Let's go. And I'm like, no.
At this point, Phoenix had been patrolling the streets almost nightly for nearly 3 years. In the beginning, he was critical of inaction, or what he called sandwich handling, but his new focus seemed to be on personal restraint. Although martial arts or military experience remained a prerequisite for joining, Phoenix began to reject people if they showed any inkling of violent tendencies.
I think there are some people in this city who are up to no good and need to be taught a lesson. On the other hand, there are lots of good people in this city who get taken advantage of on a regular basis, and that needs to stop.
Second part of the answer, awesome. First part of the answer worries me. Anytime anyone says needs to be taught a lesson, I get uncomfortable. Your demeanor doesn't strike me as generally violent type. You know, it could be the Clark Kent glasses throwing me off. We don't get to teach lessons. We get to stop people perpetrating crimes, and we get to give them to the authorities that are supposed to uphold the values that we all voted for.
His patrols became highly systematic. A weekly schedule was posted, with each patrol group consisting of a team leader, a medic, and a radio operator. Phoenix claimed the movement now included a legal team, although to what capacity I'm not sure. Aspiring heroes would be subjected to a probation period, and they would be unable to even choose a name or a costume until they joined in 15 patrols, stopped a violent crime, assisted in a medical situation, ran the GoPro, ran the live stream, and written several patrol logs. At this point, the team would take a vote to determine whether the applicant became a full member.
With this application, you're extremely underqualified. But the part of it that I do like is it was really well thought out. As far as joining the main group of the RCSM, I think you would probably end up getting hurt.
The majority of video logs on Jones's YouTube channel were uploaded during this period, On the surface, their operation seemed to be
I
running more
wrote
smoothly
cloud
than ever.
instead of cloud. What's
A
wrong with
lawful,
me?
by-the-book protocol enforced by Jones, diligent documentation, regular check-ins with the radio operator and other heroes.
I'm close enough to Red to make contact. Should I do that? Over?
And thanks to the generosity of their fans, they were able to record evidence of most encounters, which seemed to result in a much healthier relationship with the Seattle police.
Officer Floyd. Hey, we have a video of the beginning of those guys over here pretending to flash or even maybe flashing the real gun. And there was a little altercation. I also confiscated some black tar heroin off and threw it down a drain. I got all that on video if you need it. Yeah, I got it on video if you need that.
Recovering stolen bikes, addressing medical concerns others simply ignored, exposing individuals soliciting sex acts from the homeless.
The crazy thing is, I got a masked man following me.
Yeah.
Right now.
The crazier thing was when you paid a homeless crack addict to suck your dick. That's crazy.
I did it.
It's on tape.
On slow crime nights, they handed out sandwiches, in contrast to Jones's previous disparaging remarks. However, things were not quite as harmonious as they seemed. An argument over a helmet, which El Caballero accused Phoenix of stealing, caused his longtime sidekick to abruptly leave the group. But most shocking of all was the sudden departure of Purple Rain. In November, Purple Rain made a social media post stating that she and Jones were separated and would not be working together on any future projects. Purple Rain opted to keep the details of their separation private, a difficult boundary between public and personal life when the two have so much overlap. But her fans seemed to respect her decision. With the loss of his two closest allies, Jones found himself unable to stop a growing mutiny of disgruntled heroes, ready to expose the flaws of their leader and ultimately bring about the end of the Rain City superhero movement for good.
Legion, I just want to beat the fuck out of this guy.
He's not worth it.
God, I'm having one of these moments right now.
What's happening? What the hell?
Although Phoenix's celebrity continued to increase, even landing a cameo in the PlayStation 4 title Infamous Second Son, those who remained close to Jones knew the movement was coming to an end. The domino effect of Purple Rain and El Caballero leaving inspired others to do the same, taking to social media to air grievances about their leader on the way out. In a post that began, Phoenix Jones is a con artist thief, Shockwave leveled some startling accusations against Phoenix. As per Jones's instruction, each hero was required to purchase a bulletproof vest, a payment which they handed directly to Jones, who claimed to have cut a deal with the manufacturer. However, as months went by, no one received their vest. Jones had also been requiring the Rain City heroes to pay monthly dues for a health insurance plan in case they were hurt on patrol. But many began to suspect there was no such insurance, as Jones failed to produce any sort of documentation. Perhaps the most damning of all were the attacks against Jones's integrity as a crime fighter. Phoenix Jones preys on people exiting bars drunken, unable to function normally, Shockwave claimed, citing the Mutual Combat video for evidence. Would MMA allow one fighter to be drunk while the other is sober? Accusations of exaggerating his heroics and spinning the narrative in his favor were nothing new for Phoenix, although until this point they'd come from heroes and spectators outside the Rain City movement. But this was coming from someone who patrolled with Phoenix, who knew what he was like when the livestream was turned off. El Caballero, Shockwave, and Dragon founded a new organization called Echo. They continued to patrol Seattle, regularly making appearances at the recurring May Day protest, but their audience failed to grow to Phoenix-like proportions. In May of 2014, Phoenix Jones announced that the Rain City superhero movement was officially over. Jones's statement didn't address
7 years
any
ago.
aforementioned accusations, but instead cited other reasons for the disbandment. Certain members cannot run 2.5 miles in 30 minutes, Jones stated, or do 5 pull-ups or 25 sit-ups and believe it's okay to carry illegal weapons. Rex Velvet made a Facebook post celebrating the end of the movement, asking former members to air their dirty laundry about Phoenix for a video he would produce. It's unclear whether any of the former members took Velvet up on his offer, but checking Ryan Corey's YouTube page, it appears no such video has yet been made.
Oops.
Jones, now primarily a solo hero, continued fighting crime in Seattle. His enthusiasm seemed undiminished, as the patrol logs on his YouTube channel were uploaded at more or less the same consistency.
Hey, this is Phoenix Jones. Found a guy who was over here at the store, stole some detergent, took off running, clearly homeless. This is the worst part of my job. Stealing is stealing.
I'm not gonna let you get away with that, especially detergent. This new way to get high with detergent, I found out.
What?
No problem. There's your stuff back, man. No problem. Thanks, man. Sorry about that. I hate that kind of
Wait, does
stuff.
he have a Captain America shield?
Wow, you guys are like superheroes, or?
Yeah, we do like kind of like a neighborhood patrol. But,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so be safe, man. Really sorry
That guy did not. That he was not going to give him a
returned to
handshake.
competitive mixed martial arts,
He was
fighting under his
He was
alias
totally
and
not going to give that
often
guy a
accepting
handshake.
match decisions while in costume.
He was not going to shake Phoenix Jones' hand at first. What the
A
fuck?
rivalry between his older brother Karos, which has reportedly existed since childhood, made for good promotion for upcoming fights. And the advertisements leaned heavily on the superhero motif Phoenix had cultivated.
What the fuck?
The majority of his fan base stayed by his side, offering support on social media and YouTube as he continued to break up street fights, catch shoplifters, and even create a database of stolen vehicles in the Seattle area. But the twilight years of the Phoenix Jones character weren't free from controversy, particularly in 2015 when Jones had a comic book series commissioned about himself. The events depicted were based on Jones's patrol logs and personal journal entries. Many classic Jones tales were included, but depictions of the Nicole Westbrook murder seemed in poor taste. As Jones told Seattle radio host Jason Rance, he'd submitted the comic book to the Jet City Comic Con, where it was originally accepted, but once it was known the events depicted were real, Jones was asked to withdraw it.
No, there were no real major complaints. A couple people came up and just said that, they
Do you
didn't like
remember?
it and thought it was too real.
Do you remember if Shady wanted He wanted the lap-in drawing, but do you remember the Twitter for lap-in? Is it? I just had it open. What am I doing? Is it lap on Kotsu? Do you know? Does anyone know? I think it looks familiar. It looks like that's what it's supposed like. That's what I looked at when he asked. Yeah, well, that'd be so fucked up if I got it wrong. Oh my god, I gotta look at the stream log. I gotta look at the stream log because he asked on stream. He asked on stream, and it should be in the log. So I gotta look at it real quick. Appreciate you linked it too. Ugh. Oh god. Where are my VODs? That's them? Okay, cool. That's the profile head. Thanks, Rando. You really are the real MVP, the real homie. You are. What was you are the one, don't need a gun up on the street. No, I am the one, don't need a gun up on the streets. Ghostman? I'd have to look at that. Anyways, thank you.
And I said, well, if you want to read a fake comic book, get a Batman comic book. If you want to read about my life and you want to help someone and maybe get the case back out in the news and maybe get somebody to know what happened, then read my comic book.
And yet at the same time, a comic book like this opens you up to the criticism that you might be profiting off of the death of someone. How do you respond to that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just telling my story, and this happens to be a part of my story. And this incident is just so important to the person that I became and the choices that I made.
Nicole Westbrook's sister spoke out in support of the comic, citing that it could raise awareness of the still unsolved case. Phoenix's behavior over the years became stranger and more erratic, such as this incident in 2016 where he claimed to have knocked someone unconscious and left them on the street, opting to tweet at the police rather than call 911. Jones specified that he, quote, left the guy my card so that when he wakes up he can call me if he has a problem. When asked what he meant by his card, Jones explained it was a print of this glamour shot, along with the phone number of his attorney. More shocking still was this post to the r/bodycam subreddit, which shows police responding to a former friend of Jones's who'd reported the hero came to his apartment, his knuckles wrapped for a fight, threatening his life.
I guess last night I hit on one of his girlfriends that he didn't like, and he started slandering me all over Facebook, and then he came here threatening me, said he was going to beat me up, piss on my face, and then when she went downstairs to tell him to leave, he said if I didn't come out, he was going to kick the door in, He also said he was going to kill me, that I need to be dead. I have all these screenshots on.
Yeah, he texted him
On.
saying that he would
I
follow
have
him
all
around.
on my phone.
He would find him.
And kill me.
What the hell?
Something was clearly happening to Phoenix Jones, and his audience began to see the dark side of his impulsive personality. By February of 2019, Phoenix hadn't uploaded a patrol log to his YouTube channel in 3.5 years. So it wasn't a surprise when he formally announced his intention to take a break from crime fighting. But what was surprising were Jones's cynical reasons for the hiatus. "I don't think people are mostly good," Phoenix wrote. "I don't think I've met enough people I would get shot to save. I don't think people would get shot to save me. I was wrong. Maybe everything I've ever believed in was wrong." When asked to reflect on his career, interviewers were met with a Phoenix who was oddly defensive of his legacy, and adamant about his distinction from other so-called real-life superheroes.
So how many crimes have any other superheroes other than me stopped in Washington State?
Well, you're the only one I think anybody's aware of, so yeah.
Okay, so then you're asking me a question about superheroes.
Right.
These guys are going to a neighborhood they don't know, dressed in outfits that are not the same, that are not uniform, with skills that are not good.
I don't want to laugh, but it's kind of
handing out
funny.
food to homeless people. I mean, you are a LARPer. You are a LARPer with a bag of food. I am a superhero.
Although Phoenix had always displayed a certain degree of bravado, his trademark altruism seemed to have been replaced with resentment and misanthropy.
I put people away. I'm a superhero. I'm the only real one. It's not a joke. It's not a game. We're not talking about the kind of superhero. I'm a real fucking superhero.
Phoenix Jones was retiring with a questionable reputation, but his fans seemed content to remember him for the self-sacrifice of his early years, reassuring him that when he's ready to return, they'll be there to support him. But in January of 2020, shocking news broke that would forever change the public's perception of Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones, you're a fucking asshole is what you are. You're not a fucking hero, you're a fucking fraud.
Okay, then maybe you should. Are you going to behave yourself? Tell me you're going to behave yourself. Say, I'm going to behave myself. Are you going to behave yourself?
That's what I do.
Good. So are you going to behave yourself?
Yes, I will.
Say you're going to behave yourself.
I'll behave myself.
Thank you. Have a good day.
During the months following Phoenix's retirement, his social media remained active and would even occasionally feature something resembling a video log. Jones seemed reluctant to give up the superhero persona despite no longer donning the costume for regular patrols. But toward the end of the year came a sudden absence. The videos, the tweets, it all abruptly stopped. Not known for shunning the limelight, Phoenix's drop in activity was unusual. But fans wouldn't know why until 2 months later, when news broke of Phoenix Jones's latest and most unexpected arrest. As articles from the Seattle Times, Newsweek, and many other sources report, in November of 2019, 2 confidential witnesses approached the Seattle Police Narcotics Division. Phoenix Jones, they claimed, was a drug dealer and had been for some time. Following the tip, a narcotics detective operating under the alias Mike began texting Phoenix with the intent of purchasing $500 worth of MDMA from the former hero. Jones requested $300 be transferred up front to his Venmo account. Days later, Phoenix arrived at the 3rd Avenue Starbucks to meet Mike. The whole interaction took less than a minute as Phoenix exchanged a brown paper bag for the remaining $200 in cash.
What's in there? Is there a cigarette in there? Is that what's buffing it?
Lab testing confirmed the substance in the bag to be what was advertised. The officer arranged a second meeting with Jones but had trouble following through. Jones would postpone or fail to appear at meeting locations even after accepting an additional $500 via Venmo transfer. A second persona was created, this time a female. Laura was more conversational and appeared impressed when Jones asked her to Google him, revealing that the individual she had agreed to purchase cocaine from was in fact a real-life superhero. After a few days of building rapport, a second meeting was scheduled. And at 11 p.m. on January 9th in the Silver Cloud Hotel, Phoenix Jones was arrested for possession of 4 grams of cocaine packaged with the intent to sell, along with various paraphernalia.
Hey, wait, what are y'all doing? No, I'm trying to catch him.
Phoenix Jones, shit! What did I do?
Posters on the R Seattle subreddit claimed to
really-
have known about
it
Jones's
really did
involvement
turn
in
around,
such
didn't it?
activities for years. Anyone who knew Ben knew about his side hustle, one poster wrote. He's been dealing for years and everyone knew it, wrote another. Many scoffed at the relatively small amounts of narcotics Jones was arrested for dealing. Some pointed out that there were more harmful drugs than MDMA being sold on the streets of Seattle. One poster claimed Jones carried other illicit substances, writing, he once accidentally gave roofies to a friend, telling her it was Molly, which means he keeps it in his inventory. In a podcast titled Super Yourself, Dark Guardian host and longtime critic of Jones interviewed former Rain City superhero Midnight Jack, who appeared saddened yet unsurprised by the news.
I've known Ben for years. Like, we're talking almost 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, I've been shot at with Ben. I've been in shit. I've been in street fights. I've watched people die next to Ben. Like, I've seen a lot of stuff go down with him.
This shit's
so
insane.
The fact that this is who he is now is extremely discouraging to me. And if you're a superhero in the Seattle area, it's over for you now. It's done.
As Jones's video logs and interviews attest, exposing drug dealers had been a prominent part of his crime-fighting efforts. Where had the impulse to enforce these ideals been coming from? Midnight Jack gave his interpretation.
How do you think he ended up this way? I think that he thought that this was going to work out. He was going to get really famous over this superhero thing. I think that was always the plan. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that he ever intended to not do his job. Because I remember him being dead focused on his job, dead serious on it. After the Nicole Westbrook shooting, he started to get more distant and darker. Like, maybe that set off something in him.
Midnight Jack corroborated the claims that such activities had been going on for years, with the hero so unabashed he'd been seen dealing while wearing a Phoenix Jones t-shirt. Some found the irony humorous, but many of Jones's fans expressed anger and disappointment at the hypocrisy.
This is a hard one to talk about. Make my mouth dry.
Yeah, it's real sad. Real sad to see someone who kind of like stood up for justice and was a symbol. I mean, I feel like I'm talking about Batman right now, but he was.
Even Jones's arch-enemies seemed conflicted in their victory. Phoenix's booking records were posted to Reddit. Jones had been charged with violating the Uniform Controlled Substance Act, denied bail but given a conditional release. His initial hearing was scheduled for February 3rd. According to the King County records, Jones was found in contempt, spent 11 hours in jail, and released on a $1,000 bail. As of now, information available to the public regarding his case ends here, but the blow to Phoenix's reputation appears critical, as it's uncertain whether any future heroics would be taken seriously by his remaining audience. It seems, at least for now, that the story of Phoenix Jones has come to its unexpected conclusion.
Cops sometimes they arrest the wrong person, right? I've never arrested the wrong person because I see the crime take place. I watch you hurt somebody. I watch you steal this. I watch you do these things. So it's not, to me, it's more exact justice.
Phoenix Jones has always been a divisive figure. Where his supporters saw bravery, his critics saw misguided recklessness. What many saw as a desire to inspire, others saw as a need for attention. And while his methods and motives are dubious, the influence of Phoenix Jones on the superhero community, despite his repeated attempts to distance himself from it, is difficult to overstate. With more costume heroes on the street now more than ever, many cite Jones as their direct inspiration. The practice has become so widespread that a training camp named the Superhero Foundry has opened in Las Vegas. Although according to their training footage, they seem to overemphasize the practicality of knife and tomahawk throwing during patrols. Some have claimed that with the fall of Phoenix Jones, the Seattle branch of the superhero movement is over. According to Midnight Jack, while he and the remaining members still perform acts of community service, their nights of wearing masks and bulletproof costumes are finished.
It's over. It's done. If you still want to go out and help your community, you can still do that, but you're not going to be able to do it in a costume. Walk around, oh, what am I? I'm a superhero. Oh, you like Phoenix Jones? You here to sell drugs?
If this is the case, they will be missed, but with a nightly presence on the streets of Seattle spanning a decade, and actions reportedly leading to over
Holy
100
crap.
arrests.
That's arrest 187, provable 187 for me.
The Rain City superheroes have shown us what an approximation of comic book vigilantes look like, however skewed they may appear in the real world.
Did you hit her in the face, bro? No, I didn't do nothing, bro.
And it's unlikely the citizens, police, newscasters, and criminals of Washington state will soon forget the sight of black and gold rubber, the hiss of walkie-talkies, and the smell of pepper spray, which marks one of the strangest examples of life imitating art.
I got armor. I went out, I got gear. I got a legal team, studied the law for 6 months. I treated this like I was going to war.
And forever solidifies the decade Seattle was patrolled by Phoenix Jones and the Rain City superheroes.
If someone swings, everyone's getting pepper sprayed. Think about it before you do it. If y'all swing, someone's getting sprayed. It's better to just walk it off.
Yeah, dude, they're like...
We don't really need this. This is dumb.
That's what every city needs.
Damn, bro.
I'd like to introduce
That was
Ryan
their-
Probert, who has
that was
begun
their
providing
team,
original
bro.
music for the channel. I couldn't be more grateful to Ryan for lending his skills to Atrocity Guide. You'll be
Man, that kind of sucks, because, like, you know, that was their squad, that was their group, and it all came tumbling down. You know, it all returns to nothing. God, that sucks. I feel bad for him. That's so weird. Like, that's such a weird turn for that. I like did not expect that he would become a drug dealer. I thought like maybe he would become a villain by like beating up crime, like criminals too much or something, or going overboard. I didn't think he became a criminal. Jesus, that's insane. That's just weird. I feel so bad for them, actually. Fuck. Dude, it's yeah, IRL the boys, but without any cool superpowers. The internet's most controversial alternate reality game. Let's give that one a shot. Man, that's fucking
In the
wild.
last couple of decades, the internet has met with a new form of entertainment, what's called an alternate reality game, or ARG for short. ARGs are an interactive form of storytelling which require active participation on the part of its players in order to discover clues and solve puzzles, occasionally requiring skills in mathematics and computer hacking to do so. The storyline of an ARG can take many forms, but oftentimes they serve as viral promotion for an upcoming movie or video game. In fact, part of the mystery in an ARG is determining what is being marketed, or at the very least, what sort of story is being told. However, roughly a decade ago, an ARG surfaced which didn't appear to market anything, or have any discernible endgame. This ambiguity, coupled with its in-depth character development, attention to detail, and immersion into the real world which so heavily blurred the lines between fact and fiction, made its players question whether they were playing a game or uncovering a conspiracy. Little did its early players know, this ARG was to become one of the most dangerous and unorthodox alternate reality games ever made, disregarding in-game boundaries, doxing players who attempted to solve its puzzles, and even putting its participants' safety in jeopardy. This ARG is referred to by the name of Genko Junsui. It began on June 17, 2009, when a woman named Genko Junsui created a series of social media profiles and began mass friending accounts, seemingly at random. Her profile was innocuous enough, with pictures featuring a young, attractive woman with blonde hair and fair skin, but along with the friend request, recipients would often receive a strange message, usually some variation of the following. We do not know one another, not yet. I feel people's ability to share and communicate. It is my effort to allocate my labor towards such people. I have talent that is empathy. Please forgive me for being general. There are reasons. I am in some danger if I do not obscure all articulations or if I reveal too quickly. Justice is systematic and quickly here. Please be my friend. More revealing will take place soon. Blessed be Junko. It was apparent by these messages that English was not Junko's native language, and as more posts would accumulate, onlookers would discover Junko to be a self-proclaimed Circassian. The Circassians, for those unfamiliar with the term as I was, are a tribe of Caucasian Muslims who became displaced at the end of the 19th century, many settling in Russia, where Junko and her family reportedly reside. These profiles being linked to an alternate reality game was certainly not the first assumption of most people who got involved. Keep in mind that in 2009, ARGs hadn't yet become part of the mainstream online culture, and many people were unsure of how to interpret Junko's cryptic messages. Many believed Junko to be a real woman, perhaps suffering from some sort of mental illness. But a few individuals on a site called Unfiction, a message board dedicated to finding and solving ARGs, began discussing aspects of Junko's social media presence as potential clues to a new game. Investigations continued with Unfiction members messaging Junko directly, extrapolating such information as her being part of a sisterhood and having a little sister who was in some sort of trouble. But in early August, a woman named Dine Setini, who claimed to be part of Junko's sisterhood, began messaging the players, openly hostile and condemning them for pretending to be Junko's friend while secretly speaking about her on the Unfiction forums. If this was truly an ARG, then this crossed a very serious line, as the Unfiction forums were considered a safe haven to discuss and solve puzzles, and the fact that Dine, who was assumed to be an in-game character, was referencing their discussions, admonishing them for speaking about the sisterhood, disregarded ARG conventions, and was considered overall bad form. Not only this, but Dine began referring to players by their actual names, which disturbed and angered many participants into quitting. Despite this, many players begrudgingly continued, having been captivated by this mysterious new story. Perhaps this breach of player trust was meant to filter out those not willing to go to the extreme lengths which were forthcoming in the game, as it was at this point when things started to accelerate. Soon after, Junko posted on her Twitter a link to an advertisement for a biotech company. The advertisement starred Junko herself and seemed to suggest that she and others like her were in possession of superior genetics in which the biotech company intended to harvest. The ad stated, "Junko is the first child of her type to ever be born. She and the other Junsui are the children of all mankind. Through the new technology of genetic target augmentation, Junko has been gifted with only the most optimal human alleles. Junsui are the best of all we have ever been, and therefore represent the best way of coping with an uncertain future." The advertisement concludes with this ominous text: "This is not the end. This is how it begins. We are ready to sacrifice ourselves to light the world. If your body is your enemy's property, then you can strike back at your enemy through your body. You can turn your body into a match to burn down your enemy's house. You are the pure light of destruction. This is how it begins. You are ready to sacrifice yourself. Your
Light of
body
Destruction was
is
a good
match
Yu-Gi-Oh set.
ready to catch fire.
Let's go.
This is not the end." The video then redirects to a second video, 2.5 minutes of a nude woman alone in a room, writhing in what could either be interpreted as discomfort or sexual pleasure. Most notably in this video were 4 coordinates: one in Norway, one in Russia, one in Tibet, and one in Australia. When mapped out, all 4 of these coordinates formed a straight line. When a user attempted to rewatch the video, they were met with an error, and hidden within the error was the message: "The enemy is the head of all corps. Search for them by name." When one clicks on the phrase "the enemy," they are led to what looks like the Google homepage, and here is perhaps the most important development of the entire ARG. The player is expected to search for the enemy, the phrase which brought them to this fake Google page in the first place. Doing so yields a result for an organization called Alpha Center, a security company patrolling the Russian mountainous
Yeah,
region,
images are weird, but they're kind of
a
cool.
location pinpointed by one of the 4 aforementioned coordinates. The player is then expected to return to the fake Google page and search the phrase Alpha Center, which brings up the following video.
How it how it feels to chew 5 gum. Dude, what if it was just an advertisement for 5 gum this whole time?
There appears to be about 20 hours of footage altogether in this live stream of a woman alone in a white room.
Wait, what?
So, in light of this breakthrough discovery, the ARG community takes stock of the current situation. Junko, a member of a group known as the Junsui, were being targeted because of their beauty and pure genetics. They were being hunted and imprisoned by a group called Alpha Center. Junko and the rest of her sisterhood were actively seeking help in avoiding capture, trying to free those who had already been captured while actively fighting their Russian adversaries. And after an elaborate 2-month prologue, the ARG's plotline was beginning to unfold. From there, the ARG grew in popularity, with forums such as Reddit and 4chan becoming involved, and it wouldn't be long before its players numbered in the thousands. Perhaps this is why the game garnered such a bad reputation. For all its mystique, its high production value, and its popularity, the game failed to respect its players. So, what was so dangerous about playing this game? And how could a participant find themselves in trouble? Let's examine just a few of the many reasons why. Around this time, an unfiction user discovered the website for the enemy group Alpha Center. When clicking on links, the site prompted you to enter login credentials, which then triggered an internet-wide quest for the correct user ID and password. But unbeknownst to the players, Alpha Center was a real Russian security firm. However, the website and Wikipedia entry in which the players were interacting with had been fabricated by the ARG creators. This led players to inadvertently initiate contact with an actual Russian security firm, accusing them of holding women hostage and requesting information to log into their website, and doing so while mistakenly assuming they were interacting with ARG characters. Not to mention that the terms Junsui and the Sisterhood were synonymous titles for a real-world coalition of female suicide bombers named the Black Widows, who had been targeting Russian security companies in the Caucasus Mountains since the year 2000.
Nice.
This fact was bolstered on August 17th when a Facebook post stated that an attack was coming, and within an hour an actual suicide bombing took place in Russia, near the location in which the Junsui were allegedly located.
What the fuck?
Although this is believed to be a morbid coincidence, it nonetheless encouraged users to question whether they wanted to be involved in whatever was happening. Whether the creators of the ARG were simply drawing inspiration from things happening in the real world, or attempting to obfuscate fact and fiction in order to authenticate the experience, it's easy to see how encouraging such lines of investigation without drawing clear boundaries between what's real and what's part of the game raises concern of personal safety for the players. This prompted a post on Reddit detailing a safety guide for how to interact with information which the consensus on whether it was real or part of the game was yet unclear. If you don't know if something is real or not, the Reddit user writes, beyond all reasonable doubt, assume that it is. The realism was so convincing that one of the endgame characters, Dine Setini, the woman who docks the unfiction members during the beginning of the game, appeared on an actual terrorist watch list. Despite this elevated level of risk, the game continued for months, the players became more enthusiastic, going to increasingly complex lengths in order to solve the enigma of Junko Junsui, ranging from telephoning numbers of unfriendly real-world characters to finding clandestine notes hidden in a Chilean library. However, if this was a game, the method of how one was intended to play was wholly ambiguous, and most involvement in the project deteriorated into simply attempting to find out who was behind it, by endlessly combing through metadata and waiting for the authors to make a mistake and accidentally reveal something. But even though the point of the game was unclear, a game of a certain type continued for quite some time, with members forming alliances with the two sides of the in-game factions. On one side, there were the Junsui, the sisterhood who was targeted for breeding and capture, whose supporters included many of those who found the ARG after the reveal of the live stream of the woman in the white room. Then there was the side of the Alpha Center, the group who hunted and imprisoned the Junsui, whose supporters included many of the original unfiction posters, who chose the side mostly out of resentment for how they were treated by Dine and the Sisterhood toward the beginning of the game. And due to the doxing by the character Dine early in the game, in which many unfiction members' real names and personal information were leaked, those operating on the other team began to harass them via email and telephone. Many personal boundaries which were yet unbroken in any past ARG were breached left and right. This continued until the end of 2009, when whoever was behind Junko Junsui simply discontinued posting clues, leaving many unsatisfied and unsure about whether what they had been participating in for the last few months was a game, an international conspiracy, or a bizarre social experiment.
Just
And
a
the
social
fact that no one
experiment,
knew
bro.
what
Look
was
at the
behind
camera.
the saga of Junko Junsui, or what the overall purpose was, left many feeling anxious and unfulfilled. That is until July 24th of 2014, when the game
Yeah, it's
resurfaced in the
pretty
form of an app
crazy.
available for iPad called Alpha Archive, which continued the Junko Junsui storyline. The creators of the app, as well as the preceding ARG, were revealed to be game developers Rob Otten and Patrick Marcassano, responsible for titles such as Gears of War Judgment and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter,
Wait,
which
what?
explains the high production value and impressive technical aspects of Junko Junsui. According to an interview with Mind and Machine, Rob Otten confessed that the entire Junko Junsui ARG was meant to pique interest in a product which, at the time, they were unsure of how to monetize, but would later figure out.
The idea at the beginning was like, let's just try to get an audience, get them interested, missing step, profit.
Alpha Archive was their way to finally cash in on the interest they had been carefully cultivating for years with Junko
5-year break,
Junsui.
dude.
So it was
Just a
free to
hiatus, bro.
download.
Just chill out.
And this was kind of neat. So 45 minutes or so into it, so there's a chatbot character who admits he's a chatbot, made by naturally a Chilean hacker. About 45 minutes into it, he says like, hey, like, okay, you've seen chapter 1, chapter 2. You seem interested. You seem smart. He knows that.
Complimenting the.
Yeah, exactly. And good looking. And he's like, look, I can hook you up with a login that will allow you to get into the more secure content. But I'm setting up these logins, I'm sticking my neck out. Maybe throw me a couple bucks. Hey, old friend.
Bribe under the table. So it's part of the game.
Yeah. So it made the payment part of the game.
Yes.
And similar to the ARG, the app itself was no less duplicitous, asking its players to hack into websites and download potentially malicious browser extensions, which caused many players to abandon the app altogether and warn others to do the same.
We had a lot of reviews for the game, people basically saying like, I am resetting my iPod or returning it to the manufacturer.
Everything
or
cleared.
my iPad, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wipe it. Like I don't. Yeah. Like
Because they
don't
were worried-
download this app.
They were worried that there's. Yeah, I did see
One
some of
star.
that.
Don't touch it.
But it's no doubt the app was a faithful extension of the Junko Junsui ARG, which, by Rob's own admissions, got out of hand and became impossible to control, resulting in the confusing mess we know it as today.
We built this thing, and in that, it was impossible to control. It took it to more of an extreme than I think we maybe meant to. Everybody's in zero G and they're just like, what is going on? And I don't know if it's up or down. And I mean, we didn't really either.
And in March of 2017, almost a decade after the whole thing began, co-creator Patrick Marcassano created an account on Unfiction in order to make the following post. Back in 2007, when we first began conceiving and planning Junko Junsui, it was largely out of fascination with the propaganda and psychological warfare techniques of Vladimir Putin's regime. So yes, we admit we purposely broke all of the rules of alternate reality games whenever possible, especially by the outing of our characters' most vocal critics, within parameters we thought reasonable,
What the fuck?
ways that would cause more psychological shock than actual harm. Mind you, we weren't doing these things just because we were misanthropes or sadists. Rather, we did it because we were concerned by certain dystopian trends manifesting themselves in the online world. In particular, the fluidity of facts versus fiction, or the groupthink nature of memes and their effects upon mass movements. This is why we created a chaotically competitive, sometimes even nihilistic game, rather than emulate the cooperative pool model of previous ARGs. According to Patrick's post, the alarming state of current political affairs in his home country of the United States inspired him to break his long silence and reveal his intentions with the game, and why he allowed things to unfold in such a dishonest way. Although Junko Junsui was never met with a satisfying ending, and many are still hopeful that the game may continue in the future, at this point it's safe to say that one of the most controversial alternate reality games the internet has ever seen has come, at least for now, to an end. Let me close by saying this was easily the most complex topic I've researched. And this video barely scratches the surface of everything that transpired during the time this ARG was active. I tried my best to present it in a way that was easy to follow, but I apologize if things got convoluted nonetheless. And for those of you who are interested in delving deeper into the minutiae of this case, I'll leave a link to the
damn, it's already
Unfiction forums
6:30.
where
I
most
mean,
of the
9:30,
developments of
damn.
this game took place in the description box below. And I'd love to talk to you in the comments section regarding anything interesting you discover. If you enjoyed this video and look forward to some more content, please consider subscribing.
The stream
And if you have any suggestions
in
for
a
future
bit.
videos, please leave
Like
them
I'll
in the
do one
comments
more. I'll do
below.
this Nasui
Also-
one, and then I'll get off because my roommate's coming back, and I gotta fix this laptop. I'm sure I can get it working just fine.
The Japanese are known for their extreme game shows, many of which have put their contestants in physical and psychological danger to provide their audiences with a unique viewing experience. In the late 90s, early 2000s, a broadcast that many believe to be the most radical and potentially unethical instance of this aired on a Tokyo-based network called Nippon Television. The show was titled Susunu Denpa Shonen, and it consisted of a live stream of a single room. Inside the room was a stack of envelopes, a rack of magazines, water, a gas burner, and one man who was asked to undergo one of the most rigorous endurance performances ever broadcast. That man was a struggling comedian desperate for fame who went by the name Nasubi.
I can't read. I read that as Nasui. Oh my god, I'm dyslexic or something.
Nasubi, which translates in English to eggplant, was chosen from a raffle of approximately 20 applicants for a contest titled A Life of Prizes. After winning, Nasubi was escorted to a space no bigger than a small studio apartment. He was asked to begin the game with absolutely nothing, including his clothes. He was given only water, and in order to provide himself with food, clothing, or any means of entertainment during his stay in the room, Nasubi must win them via sweepstakes. The sweepstakes could be found in the stacks of magazines, which he could enter by mailing contest applications using the envelopes provided. This was the point of the game, to survive solely on his contest prizes. Once Nasubi's winnings reached a monetary value of 1 million yen, or roughly 9,000 US dollars, he was declared the winner and allowed to exit the room, resume his life, and enjoy his newfound celebrity. So, did Nasubi succeed? That all depends on how you define success. To answer this question, let's take an in-depth look at Nasubi's time inside the room. Immediately upon being left alone, Nasubi's priority was to cover himself, and the very first contest he applied for during this first episode of the live stream was an apron. Not only did he not win the apron, but during his entire 15-month-long stay, Nasubi remained completely nude.
Holy
The
shit.
majority of his time was spent submitting contest applications. In the first month, Nasubi applied to 5,748 sweepstakes. While waiting for notifications of his first winnings, Nasubi was taunted by ill fortune. He answered the phone to misdialed callers, and during one frustrating afternoon, after several days without food, a ramen delivery boy knocked on Nasubi's door by mistake. But after many days of waiting, becoming desperately hungry, Nasubi finally won his first prize, 12 pots of fiber jelly, which he immediately began eating.
What's fiber jelly?
His second prize was 5 kilograms of rice. Unfortunately, he quickly realized he didn't have a pot to cook it in. After failing to eat the rice raw, Nasubi discovered he could cook the rice in an empty fiber jelly container by setting them close to the stove burner.
Damn. That's
For the month of
a gacha
February,
game show? Yeah,
Nasubi
Jesus.
continued to win the following: 1,000 yen, body soap, canned spaghetti, subsequently realizing he didn't have a can opener for the meat sauce.
Oh shit.
Despite many prizes having little or no practical value, Nasubi seemed grateful for everyone he received, and it's no doubt that with an entire waking life consisting of little more than filling out contest applications, the brief adrenaline rush of the knock at the door became his only source of excitement. Nasubi's basic needs of course had to be met, so food was of paramount importance. Although let's remember that the higher the monetary value of the prize, the closer Nasubi was to his 1 million yen goal. Reaching this goal proved incredibly time-consuming. To get halfway there, it took Nasubi 6 months and 38,000 contest entries. During this time, some notable prizes included a bicycle, which once the initial excitement wore off, he remembered had no practical value in his tiny room. He rode it around briefly, then never again on the live stream. Panties, which was his first article of clothing, although they didn't fit. A stuffed seal, which he named Binasu, befriending it. A 14-inch TV set, although there was no antenna or cable, so all he could view was static. A toothbrush and toothpaste, which allowed him to brush his teeth for the first time during his 3-month stay. Around the 6-month mark, the show had become incredibly popular, and the local news media somehow discovered where Nasubi's secluded room was located. So, producers woke Nasubi in the middle of the night, blindfolded him, and escorted him to a new, yet nearly identical room. Before this
pretty
moment,
base,
a
dude. He
Life
seems
of
so excited
Prizes
for that
was
toothpaste.
broadcast on Sunday nights and edited down to a 10-minute weekly summary. But with this room switch, producers decided to offer a live web stream alternative, causing them to digitally follow Nasubi around with a joystick in order to censor his genitalia. As you can see, the quality of the live stream is primitive, but keep in mind this is in the late 90s. It took Nasubi another 3 months to get 2/3 of the way to his 1 million yen goal, and throughout the months of August, September, and October, Nasubi submitted an additional 17,000 contest entries. Notable winnings included A watermelon. Tickets to see Spice Girls the movie. A VHS player to go with the TV set he had won several months back. After this expensive win, Nasubi hit a string of bad luck. At one point, he went away without hearing a knock at the door. And during one drastic period, Nasubi completely ran out of food. Rather than rescuing him and risk spoiling the tension of the show, producers opted to relocate Nasubi a second time in hopes that the change would bring about good luck. This new location did indeed prove lucky, as Nasubi won several very valuable prizes, including a PlayStation, which he played non-stop for 4 days straight, but he soon banned himself from it after recognizing it as a distraction from filling out contest entries.
Oh shit.
A tent which he lived in for several days, but whose sheer size prevented him from doing his dance of gratitude during his winning moments. Worried he would appear ungrateful, Nasubi disassembled his tent and put it away. In the month of December, Nasubi won a very expensive set of automobile tires, a 10,000 yen gift voucher, and finally, putting him just over his 1 million yen goal, a small bag of rice. And
Yo, the rice comes in clutch.
35 straight days of nothing but sleeping, eating food when available, eating dog food when there was nothing edible available.
Oh my god.
Answering the door, and most importantly, filling out contest entries, Nasubi had finally won. Or had he? At this point, the ratings of the show hovered somewhere around 17 million Japanese viewers. For comparison, the highest watched episode of Game of Thrones sits at 16.5 million viewers. The people absolutely loved it, and the producers were making millions. The notion of ending it just yet was ridiculous. So, in the middle of the night, the producers woke Nasubi, showered him with confetti and streamers, and announced that he had finally won the contest. They returned his clothes, but Nasubi hadn't worn clothes in almost a year, and upon dressing, he'd realized he had developed a distaste for them, citing them as being itchy. Although Nasubi was under the impression that the show was over and his trip to a Korean carnival was a celebratory holiday for his hard work, little did he know that the producers had no intention of allowing him to go home yet. While still in Korea, Nasubi was blindfolded once again and guided to a fourth room, which consisted of the familiar magazine rack, stack of envelopes, and a Korean-Japanese dictionary.
Oh my god, that's so
Despite
fucked.
not knowing the language, Nasubi was nevertheless instructed to put his Korean-Japanese dictionary to work applying for contests. His new goal was to earn enough prizes to equate the price of a plane ticket back home to Tokyo.
Oh my
It
god.
needed only be a one-way economy class ticket. After translating and applying to nearly 7,000 contests, Nasubi met his monetary goal in just 2 short months. But this all happened too quick, so producers required him to make another 9,000 yen in order to upgrade his ticket to business class.
Oh my god!
And Nasubi accomplished this by winning 2 bags of incredibly rare and expensive tea leaves. But this wasn't good enough for the producers, and so they then required him to upgrade his tickets to first class. No problem for Nasubi, who had institutionalized himself to this way of life, and after winning a picture frame, a fox skin, and a live octopus, Nasubi
Wait, you want a
was
live
first
octopus?
class passenger. It was finally over for Nasubi. He'd won. Producers blindfolded him and led him into his final room. Unbeknownst to Nasubi, the 4 walls of this room were collapsible, and behind them sat a live studio audience. As soon as Nasubi was left alone in his final room, habit kicked in, and he quickly undressed. After a dramatic countdown, the walls collapsed and Nasubi was met with the cheering applause of thousands of people. The look of shock on his face was both cathartic and sad to watch. At this point, Nasubi had been living this lifestyle for 15 months,
Oh my
having
god.
barely spoken to another human being. He applied to 75,000 magazine contests, averaging 1,250 applications per week and nearly 200 applications per day. It took him several minutes to register what was happening. It's difficult to imagine the thoughts that must have been going through his mind in these moments. The show, Susunu Denpashonen, was intended to be comedic, featuring a laugh track to punctuate almost every moment featured in their broadcast. Even during the moments where Nasubi became visibly distraught, frustrated, and hopeless, the livestream would overlay silly sound effects to signal the viewer that his suffering is their entertainment, escorting them away from the intuitive response of pity.
They actually can't keep getting away with it, dude. That's so fucked up, actually.
Susunu Denpashonen went on to film 3 more endurance experiments before being cancelled in 2002 due to the torturous nature of their content. Some of the other contests included requiring contestants to hitchhike across Africa, build a raft on a deserted island and float back to Tokyo, and finally, sit in a pitch-black room only to receive light and food whenever their favorite baseball team won a game.
What the fuck?
Although the show was cancelled, it found a new home in 2009 on the internet under the name Number 2 Nihon Webcast. But when I went to the site for this, it appeared to be down, so I can only assume this too was ultimately cancelled. Even though most people outside of Japan aren't familiar with Nasubi or the Susunu livestream, Japan's reputation for their cruel reality television is widely acknowledged, and it has been often parodied in Western media. So the question many of you may have now is, what happened to Nasubi? Did he achieve the fame and fortune he was promised for his remarkable endurance? Well, yes and no. His journal of experiences, titled Nasubi's Prize Contest Life Diary, went on to be published and reached bestseller status. And despite not becoming the world-famous comedian he'd hoped to become, he did find small success in television and film acting. But it's undeniable the psychological toll the livestream had on Nasubi. Because he spent 15 months entirely naked, Nasubi reported having trouble wearing clothes after returning home, and his extended solitude caused his social skills to atrophy, and he found much of his comedic charm and social aptitude gone, leaving him awkward and shy. Even though Nasubi's exploits remain one of the most watched live streams in the history of Japan, this in-depth look into the brutal 15 months this man endured in order to provide us with an unprecedented viewing
I just realized this is supposed to make this cute. This doesn't look cute. This looks
how far should we go
depressing.
to attain?
So maybe I'll have to redo it. I'll probably end up redoing it. I'm not good at like.
If you enjoyed this video and look forward to
I
some
don't
more
know.
content, please consider subscribing. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if you're already
Man,
a
that was
subscriber
fucked up.
and want to stay up to date on the channel,
Feel bad
consider
for that
following
guy.
me on Twitter at Atrocity Guide.
Well, it was yeah, cute art is tough. I gotta practice. I'll get there. You know, it was a hell of a ride. This stream. I got dabbed on so hard in Sekiro, I quit and got tilted, and did art. And these documentaries are super interesting. I know we didn't talk a lot this time, but you know, the time we spent together. That's the that's the true prize here. That's the true magazine subscription prize. Is the time we spent together, not the prizes we won. But thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow is art stream. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure out what's going on. But I'm gonna post this Koopa beach episode meme. So have a good night, and I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. It's nice talking to you. Yeah, it was a little fucked, but it was fun. Thanks for being here with me. I hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. Catch you around.